What's going on, everyone? Thanks for coming out to another episode of the Thunderdome. What's going on, John?
Chilling, man. Good conversation backstage, but we got to watch that clock, yeah?
Yeah, I know. 15
I thought we
minutes
were
past.
because I went on late. I thought you guys were already on there, so.
Right. Everybody out there is just chilling. Like, did these guys die back there? What's going on?
Right, what happened to them? Yeah,
Right.
we had a good conversation about the auction. So
Right. Yep.
I was tripping. I just seen a thing that has a money sign and it says share your referral link.
Tell them I'll donate 100 rats.
There you go.
I was like, did I get monetized or something?
But yeah, maybe that's your first order of business. Just talk about your auction coming up with Ken stuff in mind and let people know what's up,
Yeah, definitely, for sure. We got Sammy in the building. Oh, man, it's doing it again. I don't know why this thing's making me double tap now. I have to hit it. There's another screen that pops up to add the comment instead of just hitting it. And then I have to hit.
Not good.
Yeah, it's weird. What's up, Mark? Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll definitely let her know. We got Ken in the building. What's up, Ken? How's it going, brother?
He told me he was going to jump on. Where are you, Ken?
Yeah, where you at, Ken?
Let's go.
He's eating.
He said,
I'm coming.
He said, I'm going to eat, and then I'll be on Sammy,
Yeah.
Mark, and Vince. Right on, Ken. I know I still haven't eaten yet. I got to go get me some grub later. Hungry.
Right? Honey-do list and then jump on here. Painting the dining room and planting trees and all kinds of shit.
Oh, you're planting some trees?
Yeah, we did this morning. A bunch of shrubs and trees and shit.
Yeah, napping again, John. Actually, you know what? I haven't got to nap that much, man. I've been pretty busy lately, just going hard, just trying to get stuff done. Mowing the grass, the snakes, rats, all that good stuff.
Shit, I went to work this morning. Got done around 2. Went home. Got something to eat. Went downstairs, grabbed a whole bunch of rats. Came here. You know.
What's up, Brave?
Brave.
Hope all is well. Yeah, in case nobody's heard, I'm sure most of you guys have, but we got an auction coming up here in 2 weeks exactly on April 26th at 12 p.m. Pacific time or 3 p.m. Eastern time. Again, that will be April 26th. We're doing an auction for Ken. Great guy. He's kind of gone through some things with his daughter having seizures and she had to be flown out by helicopter to the hospital and all that. So trying to help them out and everything. So if you guys have anything that you want to donate, hit me up, let me know. And then again, the auction's on April 26th. So if you're looking for something, we'll have plenty of stuff for you. Got some pretty cool snakes, a lot of neat stuff that people have donated. Like I said, there's some pretty cool snakes on there. There's a lot of good merch. I think we got some stuff like maybe some hides that are being donated. I think Will from Python Portal, I think he's donating some hides. He's doing some of that 3D print and all that. So that's pretty cool. We've got a couple people donating credit also. So that's pretty awesome. And some pretty good breeders out there too. We've got, I think there's like a $500 credit and like another $250 or $500 credit, something like that. So there's a lot of neat stuff out there.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So
good deal.
Yeah, definitely come check it out, man. There's some really cool merch, reptiles, all kinds of stuff. And I know we'll have some more stuff, donations popping through over the next 2 weeks also. So get a lot more stuff added.
And the way it sounds, those things are bad enough to deal with, but you get that bill, right? That enormous bill. But a lot of what people don't think about is all the other costs around it. Like you're in for those couple days, you're buying food, you're throwing in gas, somebody's taking care of there's a lot of outside expense too. So hopefully we cover some of that because the situation sucks bad enough, much less having the debt from it.
Exactly. Like you said, people they don't realize all this stuff that comes with it. Sitting there, like you said, you got to go to that hospital. She's having to be flown over, so now you got to drive all the way, far distance over there. You got to stay in a hotel for those nights. Then you got to sit there and pay for your food, and if you got to wash you probably didn't bring much clothes with you. It's probably clothes on your back, so you're having to maybe wash those or
Right?
buy a
All that
couple.
last minute convenient stuff is 3 times as pricey too. It's like you get
Exactly.
screwed so many different ways, right? So
Yeah, the gas up there, and then you got the insurance that covered a lot of that helicopter flight because that flight was like $60,000. So it
right.
covers a majority of it, but not all of it. So you still got $7,000 or whatnot that's owed on that. So you got to get that too, and you're behind on your bills because again you had to pay for the gas and the hotel and all that. So you're getting behind on that stuff, and then she's been having multiple seizures over and over again. So who's to say, well, she may have one here in a week or two or a month. And there you go, having to do this stuff over again. So yeah, it's quite a bit.
Yeah, that's just a shit situation. So if we can help, I'll do whatever and hopefully everybody else shows up and throws in there too, man. It's much
Definitely.
needed. I know that. So
Definitely. Appreciate it, John. Tommy, what's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up, guys?
Hope all is well with you. Tommy's a great guy too.
yeah, he is. Tommy's badass, man. Him and
He
Jamie, I just hear that ding, 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 and I know it's, hey, what is this gonna make? What's that gonna make? They're just talking all the time. So
Yeah, for sure. That's
he's pretty
awesome.
patient.
What's up, Josh? How you doing, bro? Hope all is well. And then we got Mako. What's up?
Pat, good to see you.
Hope all is well.
I can't
And then
make that goddamn heart thing.
what's up, Mitzi?
And can I do it? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't fucking. I got fucking.
I know. Oh, nice, Vance. Yours actually worked.
Listen, maybe you can do it with 2 fingers.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't even know if that would work. I was wondering. I was like, well, it pulls up everything else. I won't do it. Usually I'll get like some fireworks shooting off or something.
I like the lights,
Isn't that
disco lights.
double thumbs? Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
I got a
That's almost like
nice
fireworks.
female. I got a nice female. Hopefully she goes this year. So she's a snow lavender, and I bred her to a orange, green, yellow belly, fire, pie, het lavender.
Nice.
And, she's one of my friendliest snake. I open the tub. She sits up high, so I open it. She don't even come out. She just puts her head on the edge, and she follows me around the room. So I took her to a place where they were doing, like designing bottles for makeup and pocketbooks, and I brought her there, and they put her inside the pocket. She came out of the pocketbook and stood straight up just like that. They were videotaping her, taking pictures. She wrapped around the spray bottle and everything. I was there for what was that? Maybe 2 hours. They gave me $350 for 2 hours worth of work. I'm like, if you guys need any more, I'll be back.
Right. Exactly.
That was the easiest money I ever made. All right, we're done. How's $350? Okay, I'll take it. About maybe $250, but they said $350. I said, all right, sounds good to me.
Heck yeah. It's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
And you had fun anyway.
Yeah, I was just standing there pulling out snakes. I did my my panda pie. He was cool about it. He's a little. Sometimes he likes running around.
James.
So he did good, and So then I had my GHI Pastel. She did good too. All my snakes did good. I thought they were gonna try to bite, because I had them on a platform and they had the bottles on it. You put the snake and then the snake that moved curled up. They didn't even try to make it into a ball. It just was laid out flat and all that. So
Nice.
I couldn't take pictures. I mean, I got some pictures, but they're supposed to send me some pictures, or the videos where they videotaped everything, because it was like a secret spray and pocketbook, so they want to get it out there yet so they get everything running and all that.
Right. Ad campaign, yeah.
Sweet.
So
That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
you guys ever need me again, just give me a holler. I'll be free.
Right.
Right.
Give
Keep
me a
my
holla.
number.
Give me a holla. I'll take that dollar.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna switch my camera on because I'm gonna check this side out. Ugh.
Mariah, good to see you.
Mariah, how are you? Hope all is well.
Hope you're keeping Brave in line.
Right? Is he making you a smoothie? What is it he does? The mango.
Yeah, it's always a fruit of some sort.
Yeah. I think it's like he does the mango and blueberry or something.
Okay.
I like to do like a strawberry banana or like strawberry blueberry. Man, those things are so good.
Yeah,
Especially
you
during
got
the
a fruit
summertime.
mix. Got to get pineapple in there too, Vance.
Yep. My wife, she don't like pineapple. I do.
Oh, I love it.
Like, it depends. Like, I don't want to say I'm a super big fan of it, depending on what it is, though. And a drink is pretty good. Actually, you know what? One of my favorites is the pina colada, pineapple and coconut. Oh man, those are so good. I can't remember the brand. My mom used to get them in the little glass. It was a glass jar, and like it was kind of like white, and then it narrows in at the top, and it's kind of like diamonds in the glass or something. The way the shape is, but
I don't know.
it was such a good drink.
But do you like getting caught in the rain?
No.
What up?
Ken, what's up, brother?
What's up? What's up?
Nice. The Thunderdome champion.
I am the champion, my friend. And I'll keep on fighting to the end. Because I am the champion.
Hey.
I am the champion. No time.
We can't let him win again.
No, we're gunning for Ken next year.
I am the champion of the world.
What was that for the football thing you do on Sunday?
Yeah.
I want to end this.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got me, Will, John, Josh, and Jamie gunning for you again, but we also got Sammy jumping aboard, and there's a few others coming along too.
Can't forget about that.
What is it? Here, I'm gonna blow you up. The trophy
from the Fantasy Football League.
Oh, you're Reptabarty. You're
because I'm the double champion.
And it's a snake wrapped around it too, huh?
Yep.
Look at that, a snake all wrapped around there. That's pretty cool.
That is funny, man. That's awesome, actually.
Reptabarty number 1. I'm going to be having Reptabarty number 2 at the end of this season.
So you got the trophy right there, made by Will, and then you got the championship shirt on. Nice.
Yep.
We're gunning for you, Ken.
Now, how you play it? How do you play the game?
So it might change a little bit, but the only thing I'll really change is the amount of games in there. But pretty much, how it worked was there was 4 games that I would put out every week because you got 32 teams, so you got roughly about 16 games each week. I would pick 4 games out of those, and out of those 4 games, I would put up into the chat, or I would let you know during the show. And then after the show ended, you would go into the comments and you would put who you think's going to win out of those 4 different games.
Oh, okay.
And so at the end of the year, after those 17 weeks are over, I take and tally up all the games, and whoever has the most, first place will get. It was a $200 credit. Second
But I
place
gave
was
it
a
to away.
$100 credit.
I didn't want the credit. I just wanted a shirt.
Yeah. Third place was a $50 credit. But first place, I know, maybe even second place, but first place got a T-shirt from me, John, and Ken. So you got merch and you got credit out of it, and all you had to do was just play a game. Really, is all it came down to. You don't pay no money. You just come watch the show. Like I said, I'll pick 4 games, but it was pretty good because Ken and John were neck and neck,
John
and
gave me
then
more money this year. We
yeah, and
actually
then
It
had a
was
week
close.
like week 16, and then I passed him and crushed him the last 2 weeks or whatever it was. The
like
last
it
2
was
weeks he was just off. He missed the game and got off his game, and then like I got everything right and I crushed him.
Yep. Yeah. It
Blackberry
was really
Pete.
close, and then I just smashed him. Then I just
Yeah, it
destroyed
was just
him.
like he was right there. Like, nah, you ain't going nowhere. And then I just stiffed armed you and said, "Get off me!"
That's how it felt. I was like, oh, went
Right?
off to the side.
I gotta go move my cat. He won't quit meowing.
what's up?
So
Nick?
yeah, we're gonna have to put up a bigger fight this year. He's getting pretty big in his britches over there. You hear all that?
Yep. I'm not going easy this time, man. Last time I was sitting there, like, for example, the 49ers, I can't stand them. So when they played, I would just be like, nah, they're going to lose. And so now I'm going to sit here and play it like, okay, if I think the 49ers are going to win, so I'll tighten that in. I was only like 2, 3, 4 games behind guys. I was right there trailing behind
Yeah,
a little
Vance
bit.
was
So.
catching up, and PP Will was catching up too.
Yeah, he was right there with me, so. And Jamie was actually doing really good.
Hey,
She
Jamie didn't
wasn't
do that either.
she wasn't playing, and that's what threw her back.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd forget to put her stuff in, and
Yep. And then for the rep the party, this here we do a fantasy football league,
Yep.
and the winner gets a trophy. Well, John, you're in it, and you're in that too, but you lost
Yep.
there as well, obviously.
yeah, I did
And
not
James,
do well in the
you
fantasy.
obviously lost. Justin from Pressure Pythons, Kent from Craft Brew, 217 Will, PP Will, Jared from Interstellar, Hannah, Jamie, or Banna, not Hannah, Banna. And I think that was it. I can't remember if there's anyone else.
Those are the
Sounds
ones that
right.
aren't
We're going to have
playing,
a
though.
couple open spots. If anybody wants to get in, hit me up. I'm going to be getting that pretty close to set up. I want to draft the week after the draft, or at least have it set up. Maybe move the draft closer to the season, but
What else
we'll
is-
see.
Chris, Nikki,
Mitzi, Nikki, what up? What up? Y'all missed my singing earlier. I think I'm an excellent singer, but y'all missed it. I was
it was pretty
karaoke.
damn good. Karaoke.
Karaoke,
Yeah,
that's what it was. I was karaokeing it. I was karaokeing it all over the place.
gotta get it right,
I
Ken.
was karaokeing the shit out of this live.
I dropped the rat.
Nice, Josh.
Ooh, that
It's
sounds.
Dickie Foster. What's up, Dickie? I just like saying that guy's name. I don't know why.
Dickie Foster.
Dickie Foster.
That sounds like an old, like a NASCAR type name, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it sounds like fucking Dick Trickle or something, you know what I mean? Like,
Right? Yeah.
coming
I
around
was
the
an actual
corner hot.
NASCAR guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Dick Trickle was actually a NASCAR guy.
Yeah.
I don't think he had one fan, but with a name like Dick Trickle, I can see why he didn't.
It's like
He
a
was
porn
there.
name.
I mean,
I'm Dick Trickle.
It's a tough one
my
to
name's
support.
Dick Trickle. Speaking of weird names, what is the weirdest name you guys ever came across? I got a pretty weird one.
I went to school. Well, he passed away, but his name was Peter Holder. So like a lot of times when we were at school, they would sit there and they'd be like, "Peter Holder, please report to the main office." Like, got to be pretty
Peter
jacked up,
Holder.
man. Everybody
He
just
was a Peter
laughing.
Holder.
Or
had a-
there, I knew a girl named her last name was Bader, Karen Bader.
Yeah.
I did a job at some lady's house, and her kids was Tuesday, Wednesday, and special. 3 girls.
Damn.
Rough.
Yep, she's the special one there.
Yeah, there's a special one, and then the other 2 were born on Tuesday and Wednesday, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, but one of them is a doctor. The other one is a counselor. I mean, they were kind of weird growing up, because they lived out in the woods. They were 4-wheeling. They were like tomboys,
Right.
I ran into their mother, and they're doing real good, Then the guys I went to school with, his name was Dick.
Good for Tuesday, Wednesday, and special.
The guy's name was Dick. They were killing him.
Had a college professor for English was Richard Head. He would absolutely insist he said Richard.
Dickhead.
Of course. Oh yeah. But
Dick
Richard
for
Head,
sure.
dude, who came
Dickhead.
in like this. Right. Yep.
So
Richard
I
Head was
actually
the English department.
good, John. Sorry.
Oh no, I said he
I
was
thought
the
it
head
was-
of the English department, and I didn't think it was real at first. I really didn't. When I looked through the referendum and stuff for the entire course, it's like, yeah, this can't be. But that
You
was
had
his first
a
words
dickhead
out of his
teacher.
mouth. Yep, he said, from here on out, it is always Richard. That is the only name I will accept as his very first, because he knew, But he was specific about it. He was not
he a
going to
dick?
accept it.
Was he a dickhead?
No, he was actually really cool. Shockingly, you would think he
You
would
would
be a
have to be with
dickhead,
a name like
right?
I had a
So I
manager.
used to work with a guy at this heating air conditioning company that him and his dad's name is Pat Ondick. And I pronounced it as On Dyke one day because it's a Y. And boy, his dad went off on me. He's like, no, you pronounce it On Dick. That's how it's pronounced. On Dick. Say it. Say it. Okay, Pat On Dick. You know what I mean? Like,
You should have said get.
like,
You should have said
I'd
get
rather
off
be called
dick.
On Dyke. Pat On Dyke. Okay, I could get that. I mean,
Mhm.
Pat On Dick. Oh, geez. Did you hate your kid? I mean, did you want
Right.
him to get picked?
And so insistent at the same time.
I think he was just returning the favor that his parents did to him. If he had to live with that name, he was going to make a very tough son living with that name.
Yeah.
Right?
He was just one of them little annoying fucks, though. I mean, so his dad was like, I think, the head counselor in the prison area around here. That was Pat Ondick Sr. So Pat Ondick Jr. was kind of like, a rich kid growing up. Dad made good money. Dad gave him everything, anything he wanted. Never really had to work for anything because it was always given to him. Dad,
Right.
bought him his own company. You know what I mean? And he was a drug addict, and like just way out there. I mean, 5'5", 90 pounds soaking wet, like just out there. It reminds you of like if you was at like out in the desert, you would see an old hippie come walking up to you. You would picture this guy because he was just like he looks spaced out. I mean,
Yeah.
but that's just because
Yeah, just a mess.
Hey Ken, I don't know if you. I know I sent it to you, but
What's up, bud?
It wasn't a picture off my store. I got some Blue Zombie Morphs shirts made up.
Yeah, and then it's got that egg picture on the back, right? The pimpin' ain't easy.
Yeah, in fact,
Yeah.
I'll get that one and show you, but that's not it.
Oh, it's not.
The
That's
Thunderdome.
cool. Oh yeah. What?
And
How
then look
you
at
got
that.
minions over there working for you? Your camera's all following it and stuff. Like, where are you getting these fucking minions at?
Sammy. He's the only follow camera.
See the logos, Ken?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
man.
it's doing its advances now. It's like zooming in and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's just moving it around.
I'm just
He's like,
I'm just a robot.
right.
Well, damn it, I want some minions.
But yeah, I got you guys' logos on there. So
That's
That's
sweet.
badass.
since you guys were the sponsors of the football, so
I'll take this off and show everyone the back because the back's pretty cool on it too.
yeah, I love that. I was looking.
I like
I was trying to make something nice.
Ow, hold on. Turn my green screen off.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Really like that.
Hey, John, what does it say down there at the bottom?
It says 2025 John wins, I think.
No, that's 2020. You need to get some glasses, sir.
Yes, I do.
Repeat.
It-
Back to back.
I think it said something, but it was too small for me to see it. So I think we should increase that for this year's winner.
I was actually debating on it, John. I was going to make the champion bigger. I just didn't want it to interfere with the 2024 and all that and Thunderdome. So I was like, well, shoot. And when I had seen it, I was like, man, it actually turned out pretty good. So I might sit there and increase that a little bigger next year. Like running into it, I think it will look good.
Yeah, I think the champion this year should be way bigger this year than the first year was just kind of like a test run. And really, nobody should have won that year. But
you really know what you won that.
It was just a sample.
I'm just giving you got to give shots back. You got to.
Well, I think you're just jealous because you lost. I mean, but that's
I
okay.
am.
It's okay to be envious. I mean, that's just I want you to have that extra push next year and that extra fall when you get draft speed again. It's all for the build up of losing again. And I mean,
it's just not going to happen that way. It just isn't.
I don't know.
It'll be good. It'll be fun. It's always fun because of this kind of banter.
It's fun just to be competitive and have someone there pushing you and you sit there and like double guess your thoughts and you want to change things and shit. So it's definitely fun. It's definitely fun.
I enjoyed going through it every week too and tallying up all the scores and all that, going through, like, it was pretty fun. But I enjoyed it, playing it every week with you guys, going on there and shit, even though I wasn't going to regret it. Like you said, just the point of just that battle of, it's like NASCAR. You got 4 race cars right there battling it out. Who's going to get it,
Yeah, it was literally me and John neck and neck all year because the first week we was in lead by 1 and then we just kept increasing. We got a 2-point lead and a 3-point lead and it was like a 10-point lead or whatever what it was. And then he choked, like he's going to do this year. Let me pull away. I mean,
Yep. I missed a whole week in there, I think, was part of it.
I think you missed 2 games. You missed a Thursday game and a Saturday game.
Yeah, there was a couple weeks in there that got missed. Or, well, really, like you said, it was part of one because it was the Thursday. Like, he got it in late, so there was that one game that didn't get thrown in.
There's a question for you.
Yes, Brave, absolutely.
Now
I got to jump off for I'm gonna jump off for like 2 or 3 minutes. I dropped the fucking rat.
No, fine.
So I gotta knock him out. But the other thing that sucks, I gotta get down on my hands and knees and fucking swing the stick. Try to knock him out. I gotta buy me a BB gun.
I got a BB gun. You can have it. I got a little Red Ryder. You can have it.
He goes, anytime rats get away from me, I get the BB gun, I look for it, pow. That's it. You don't have to be chasing them back and forth, So
see, now John's talking shit. I don't want to hear I want to see you compete. I want you to back some words up. That's
the,
what
the 4 games. I'm definitely jumping on the 4 games. That the fantasy football. I suck on that fantasy. I did like his wife. I forget to put the team in, who's got hurt, and because my buddies and they got a sports bar up here, and they do fantasy baseball, fantasy football.
Baseball's hard because you got to do it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like,
There's
nah. I tried it one year, and I used to get a phone call on Sunday afternoon. Dude, you put your picks in? I'm like, nah, I'm working. I said, forget about it. I'll skip this week.
What up,
After a while,
John?
I got kicked off.
Yeah,
So,
now with NFL, you
Nice,
got
John.
to like you can't sign anyone till Tuesday, or no, actually Wednesday morning. You can't
Yeah.
sign anyone, and then Thursday you got a game. So like if you don't set your roster Tuesday, you're bound to get burnt.
yeah.
I mean Wednesday, not Tuesday. You got to
And then
set
all
it
of a sudden,
Wednesday.
you pick a guy, and then out of the blue moon, Sunday morning, oh, he's hurt. He's got to pull a muscle or something like that. Now you're
Yep.
fucked. Because you
Or
already
they
put your
got
team in.
someone playing Monday Night Football that's questionable, and they don't release whether he's playing or not till game time.
To game
And then by
time.
that time, there's no one else to really grab. You got to
Right.
get backups there.
And now they're doing two games on Monday night sometime.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's changed so much.
And then that the Sunday game that's at 9:00 in the morning because they're playing in London or they're playing somewhere else.
Yep, that could burn you too.
Yeah. So that sucks sometimes.
I don't think I've gotten up to make one of those early games. Like, I was surprised. I was like, shit, 5, 6 in the morning.
Well, that's
I
like
got to watch
4 o'clock in the morning for you. I mean, over here it's like 9, but to you it's like
9:00
Yeah.
here
4 o'clock or whatever, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, they need to just keep shit the way they used to.
The Steelers this year are playing in Ireland, and they're either even further west or east from us.
Yeah, but Steelers got to get a quarterback.
Like 3 o'clock in the morning here.
Steelers got to get a quarterback. Are they going to go?
I want them to lose. I want them to lose every game this year because next year's quarterback class is like already getting talked about being one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, classes ever. There's 7 quarterbacks you could go in the first round, maybe 8. So I mean, like, I want the Steelers to end up with the Penn State quarterback Drew Aller, and he's like right now like the 5th ranked quarterback going in. So he's not even a top ranked quarterback, or whatever. Arch Manning would be good too. I wouldn't mind Arch Manning coming to Pittsburgh, but the draft is also in Pittsburgh next year. So I think they're getting what I'm throwing down and going to blow it and have the number 1 overall pick. The first time they had a number 1 overall pick since Terry Bradshaw in 1970. And it's going to be in Pittsburgh. I'm not sure someone is.
Yeah, I like Vance said my
too.
team. Vance, I like the 49ers. So we'll see what happens this year. Everybody stays healthy,
Is it me?
I think it was Ken.
No, I still hear it. It's kind of a weird, crispy echo. Almost sounds like a little chipmunk kind of comes in a little bit after somebody talks.
Where'd Ken go?
I wonder if it's mine, maybe.
Maybe because you walked outside.
Probably so.
Yeah. Because that's when you started walking, that's when it started coming on.
Yep.
I thought I heard something kind of weird when I started getting right out the door.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we didn't do well in the fantasy. But we sure can't have Ken win again because holy shit. He wins once and you can't hardly stop him.
Yeah.
Nah, he's like a little kid. He's going to keep going, neener.
Right?
Here he comes.
He's back.
Am I still echoing?
Yeah, it wasn't yours, I don't think, Ken.
No, it wasn't yours. We think Vance went outside, so it might have been his.
It's probably me.
I don't have my virtual background on.
Man, how's the weather out there?
And back in the studio.
Pretty nice.
I know. We had snow here. Freezing. We had hail for about 20 minutes. Fucking highway bad accidents because everybody's flying.
Damn.
Yeah, this morning my buddy called me like around 7 o'clock. He goes, "Don't even bother going to work early in the morning." roads are really bad. You know?
Jeez.
Yeah, we're past all of that. Hopefully, we could still
Yeah,
get a
now,
little, I guess. But
the temperature supposed to drop tonight down to like in the 20s, and it's supposed to rain. So if that rain, the temperature drops, like Thursday night when I left here, it was snowing. Thursday night when I left after it was snowing. This weather's crazy out here in New England. You know, that's why I tell people don't ship me any snakes till like May. You know?
right?
I mean, it's gonna be in the 60s. They're supposed to be in the 60s Monday and Tuesday, and then back down to the 40s on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So it's crazy, you know.
Yeah, we're something similar. Like Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday and Wednesday is supposed to be like into the 60s, low 60s. And we
Right.
got a cold front moving in Thursday and Friday.
Man, I
I
wish
can't-
we'd get some rain.
We've had like 3 days of rain.
Yeah,
Like my
yeah.
shit's been
So,
rocking like crazy around here.
rain Thursday.
Nice.
Friday was a little misty out. Today's been raining all day, and it's supposed to rain all day into tomorrow.
Yeah, we're dry as hell here. Big fire hazard everywhere. We just about burnt the damn city block down yesterday,
Damn.
burning up some cardboard in the back, and it blew into the field next door. I'm like, God damn, get a bucket. Shit was spreading like, holy shit! I'm out there stomping it like a.
Now, how's they,
Like a crackhead. Throwing
Water hose
cake.
together.
today was opening day
Right?
for fishing here. Today was opening day for fishing here.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yep, it's probably first day here too. I think
yeah. So
I think it's Pennsylvania too.
my buddy
this
was
week.
going for some bass, big mouth bass. You know.
Yep.
First day of trout in PA, I think.
Yeah, same here, yeah. Our first fishing trip is in June. We go out to the ocean for stripers.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's the kind of fishing I like. I like that offshore stuff, man. That's so
Well,
fun.
we get on we run a boat.
Charter.
Bars. So it's like $160 per guy. We get 6 guys to come with us, and we get to keep 7 stripers. Because we get to keep the captain, and he fillets them right there, cleans them all out, and then puts all the meat inside of a bucket. And then we get plastic bags, zip bags, and then we just divide everything, the same. Then when we get off the boat, the lobster boats be there. I'll get 30 lobsters and bring them home.
Well,
Nice.
yeah, if you're going to be down there, might as well get them.
Yeah. I tried the crabs one time. I didn't like them too much. Too much fighting. We got the I think we got the brown crabs. They're brown, like a beige color. And they're pretty big.
Oh, like a stone crab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crab. They're pretty big, and
Yeah.
but they're cheap too. I think you get a dozen for like maybe $14-15 for a dozen.
Damn, that's not bad.
No. The crabs, you get them between $9 and $12, depends on what weight. But if they're missing a claw, it's $8 all day.
See, what you should do, Sammy, is you should come hang out here like at 3 a.m. in Minneapolis. You can get crabs all night for free.
Yeah. You go fishing with them? We used to fish.
Probably some of the size of some of these.
Yeah.
Get them
We used to
for
go
free
when I was
all
younger in
night.
Puerto Rico. We used to go fishing for the blue crabs. They got the hole in the water, like in the mud. So we used to take a hook and a piece of chicken and just throw it down the hole. When they, crabs grab on, they don't want to let go. And you just pull them up. So.
Yep.
I got Raystown Lake. It's like 45 minutes from me, and it's like known like worldwide that it's good for striped bass. Stripers, the biggest one caught up there was 53 pounds, 12 ounces. So I mean, they get pretty fucking big up there.
See, here they got
Wow, it's a big
here they
bass.
got a size to keep and a limit to keep. So one year, about 3 years ago, I still got pictures of it. We caught a striper. It was like 6 feet long. The thing was fucking huge. So they call them cows, So they was trying to call them cows. But we kept one and then we let the other one go, But they were fucking like the guy was holding it like that. Man, he couldn't even pick it up. And the guy was over 6 feet, and he had it up to his head, down to his feet. It was a big one. But it sucks because sometimes we fish with an umbrella, so it's like 4 hooks on them. And sometimes you catch, like 30-pound stripers. You have 3 of them on there. You know,
Yeah.
it's a fucking pain in the ass to bring them in. You know.
Hell yeah. Yep.
And then the guy goes, let it out 250 feet. I go, all right. He goes, are you out 250 feet? I go, yep. I'm out like 100 feet. Fuck that. It takes.
I don't want to reel for 4 hours.
Oh man.
Right?
And
things are fight. They're a fight.
Yeah. You know what? So the blues, we get to keep many as blues as we want. So one year we caught like 20 of them. We just gave them all to the Mexicans. They'd be waiting on shore. Yo, you got any fish you want to give away? Take them all. Here.
So what are the blues, Sammy?
They're real greasy and then dark. It's a dark meat. They're like silver blue. They're not good eating. They're not good eating. I mean, I like it because we put tomato sauce on them with some lemon and then we bake it. And it takes all the grease.
Almost like sardines at some point. Yeah.
I mean, we got big steaks like this, so I just cut it and I'll eat one, so not too many people like it because it's got a funny taste to it. But if you get all the oil out of it, it tastes pretty good.
Okay, bluefish. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Now the guys in the chat are saying
I'll send you some pictures. I got some fucking pictures. They got big teeth, so we don't mess with them until they fucking pass away. They die, so then you pick them up. But they got some real sharp teeth.
Gotcha.
Oh, with blues, yeah. Oh, see, he's got oily. Yeah, they're real oily, but fish is a fish. Then comes September, the end of July. No, the end of August, beginning of September, we go for sea bass. They're black sea bass.
Oh yeah. We call them grouper or whatever,
they're pretty good. And then comes wintertime, we go for the blackfish. They got teeth like humans, big lips. They're like so you use crabs to get them, but they got suction cups. Their lips are so big they suck everything right out without you even feeling anything. You come up, you got an empty shell.
Huh.
So
almost like a sheep's head.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So you got to be. So then you see them biting. The guy goes, just pull up really easy, and you'll hook them on. And they're good fighting fish. You could tell when you got a real big one. One year we caught some big one. Like 15 pounds. For a black fish, that's pretty good. And the meat, they only eat crabs. They don't eat no junk food like the other fish. So they eat crabs. They eat shrimp. So the meat is pure white and it tastes really good, real tasty.
I bet you did, John. I bet you probably knew a couple like that back in the day. These guys in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a way to highlight those, or I'd be popping them.
Lake and the striped bass they catch up there, and man, there's quite a few pictures of big ones that come out up there.
Yeah, see, in Connecticut, they only could be between 28 to 34 long. So I mean, some people keep them, but if you get caught, it's a big fine. Captain gets fined, he get his license taken away. So the captain we go with, he's real serious. He goes, no, it's not where I'll keep you guys up here until we catch the limit.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't have no trouble. No, we went on a boat back in October, and these fucking guys, they were keeping everything. It was 10 of us. You allow 7 black fish eat. I was tired. I kept on sitting down, and the guy that did the trip, he goes, saying, get up, go fishing, man. We got to catch our limit. Catch our limit? We're past our fucking limit, man. We were out there for like 12 hours.
Right.
I'm like, no, man, I'm fucking beat.
What's up, both?
So.
Both up. So.
I don't know. Our rule when we used to go out, this was when I was a kid, but my old man had like a 45-foot cabin cruiser, so we'd go out in the Gulf.
Yeah.
But our rule was always for the weekend. We'd leave on a Friday. We'd come back on a Sunday night. He'd take 3 boys out with him.
Yeah,
Mom would stay at home, watch the dogs, animals, and stuff, and we'd disappear. But there was no limit if you could eat it, kind of a deal.
Right,
we got the grill with us, and we're just filleting it and eating it as we're catching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the boat we went on
right there.
Boat we went on in October. If you catch it and then you bring it on the boat, and if it's a little, maybe a half inch or an inch short, he'll fillet them right there. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So I think we had
and put them on ice,
like 10, 15 pounds of blackfish.
or cook it.
So
That's it. Yeah, we always had the grill right with us, hanging off
yeah,
the
that's
side
nice.
of the boat, in the back of the gullen, and just
Yeah,
drop them in there and get them fried up.
Yeah, I like the
because you could
seagulls
eat it.
when they cleaning out the fish. The seagull come and I'll take the whole fucking fish and throw it up in the air. They can just come down, boom, and they swallow the whole fucking thing, the head, like the bones and everything. It doesn't bother them.
Oh yeah, no.
Holy
The
shit.
pelicans, man. The pelicans will take a hell of a fish, big
Yeah,
fish.
yeah. I never knew pelicans would eat other birds. I seen them.
Yeah.
I seen them grab a big duck and just eat it. I'm like, holy shit! I never knew. I
Yeah.
felt bad for this. I felt bad for the mother.
The whole ass duck.
Right.
And they got that
Anything
big
that'll fit in there.
They fit it. It was a big duck. It was a baby. Swimming with his mother. That fucking pelican came out of nowhere and scooped him right up. It was like a net. When he opened his mouth, it was like a big net. I'm like, holy shit! I said, I can't believe that fucking pelican just ate that duck.
Oh yeah.
I never knew that.
Birds are very optimistic eaters. They think they could eat it, and they're going to do it. They're going to go for it.
No.
Yeah, just a dinosaur with feathers. That's all it really is.
I can't. I know the seagulls will go and rob eggs. They'll rob anything. I know they're scavengers.
Yeah.
But,
have you ever been next to an ostrich or an emu? Those are basically like dinosaurs still. They're scary creatures.
Yeah.
Look at their feet. Their feet even look like dinosaurs. Ain't no fucking chicken foot. That's a goddamn dinosaur foot.
Yeah, they got some big foot. Even the beak is, if they ever try to bite you, man, they'll take a big chunk out of you. So.
Yeah, if they wanted to, they certainly could.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Alrighty. I'll let Sammy be alone. Lance back. I was gonna say I won't let Sammy be alone. I'll come back.
No, I'll tell you guys. I just gotta keep talking to you guys and laying on the floor to see if I can knock this fucking rat out.
No, my screen was black, man. Some asshole called me, and then so I hit the button. But I hear you guys when Sammy was talking about the fish for like a whole fucking minute, and then finally I get sound back, but my screen's black. And so
you got to put not disturb on.
Yeah, well, I grabbed my phone right now, and as you were saying that, I was turning it, and then it said allow access for my camera, so it took my camera off there.
Yeah, it'll screw it all up. I learned that the hard way in the middle of a show when I first started.
The thing is, I've had people call before, Ken, a few times before, and I've never had that issue. It'll block out the sound, but I'll be fine. That was the first time that it actually went black and everything.
Yeah, sometimes if I'm on my phone and somebody calls me, the camera on the phone will freeze. So I got to hit, not disturb, and then they'll go send them to my voicemail, and then the camera come back on.
Isn't there something in the settings you could hit beforehand? Like if you hit if you turn your phone on do not disturb, it just cancel it out. That's what I do.
You got to go into settings to hit the do not disturb, though, huh?
Yeah, you pull your thing down, the screen, you
scroll down.
Scroll down thing, and then you might have to hit over once, scroll over because there'll be dots for different pages, and then scroll over one or two depending on the phone, and that it'll say do not disturb.
Oh, okay.
And look, that camera's getting low.
Get low, get low, get low.
I know. I sang enough early. If I sing anymore, I'm going to have to charge them.
I was singing all yesterday. Music was coming on in the car.
All right.
Singing my little heart out. So, you got any pairings going right now, Ken?
I mean, everything's locking up. I mean, I got 8 females that went off food this week and are nesting in the back. I mean, the blade lace clown is locked to the super pastel het clown het sunset. The black pastel, orange dream, yellow belly, het pied female locked to a pied male. The phantom het clown locked to the high OD clown. The black pastel mahogany Mojave het clown het hypo has been locked to the Enchi Spot Nose Orange Ghost Het Clown Het DG. My Enchi Double Het DG Hypo locked to the, what was he, his Yellow Belly Pinstripe Orange Ghost Het Hypo. The Black Pastel Huffman Mahogany Het Hypo. She locked 2 different males. She locked to the High OD Clown male and the Enchi Spot Nose Hypo Het DG Het Clown. The Chocolate Hidden Gene Woma Pinstripe Het Hypo has locked to the Enchi Spot Nose Orange Ghost Het DG Clown.
Nice.
The Gravel Het Clown Het Ultramale, he is locked to the Black Pastel Bamboo Ultramale and the Pastel OD Enchi Het Clown Het Ultramale female. Maybe there might be a couple of back there. I don't know how many I named, but I'm getting locks. I mean,
Nice.
I got like hopefuls that are just sitting back there. They're looking. I mean, there's some that's too advanced and some just to have, babies. Like, hell, if nothing, just to give away during the show. Right now, I really don't have nothing to give away. So,
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can't wait to get some pairings going here pretty soon. In fact, I need to get that shed test sent off on that super pastel, super vanilla girl I got. See if she's yellow belly or asphalt. Like, I'm hoping she hits on that asphalt though.
yeah.
I want to hit some freeways and like even get some super asphalts eventually.
Well, see, I've been saying this, and I don't see anybody really doing it. If you look at ivory leopards on Morph Market, you see them in clown or you see them in DG. I think there's 1 or 2 in hypo, but there's like maybe 10. I would say that they're working silky ways into recessive projects, and I want to try to do it in like everything. I want to try to hit ivory leopard in every double recessive that I have. So I mean, I'm that's another side project that I'm gonna be putting together once I get these because I got leopard in many 2 places. I got yellow belly everywhere throughout. So I'm going to be shooting for yellow belly to yellow belly pairings. But if you look at like a freeway leopard, like leopard also adds color into freeways and highways. So after seeing that, I'm like, all right, well, let's do it with highways and, whatever else I could do with that too. So there's a
Right.
lot of different directions I'm going to be like branching off of these things, but we'll see. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. The breeding will lead me there.
Mm-hmm. That's what's crazy too. Like you'll have a lot of ideas in your head of the ways that you want to go with things, but you're gonna learn like as you go. There's gonna be stuff that you see and didn't think of, and it's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this. How about this pairing right here?
That yellow belly complex animals, it's like a recessive gene, combining them or getting the supers because it drastically changes the snake. Like putting leopard with the highways, the ivories, and the freeways, because those are white snakes, and then the leopard adds purple into it, is just like a no-brainer. Because even if you miss on the recessive, you have a nice animal that double met or whatever you're doing. You know what I mean? You still have that purple, yellow, and white animal that's gonna grab people's attention.
Well, I did a pair like you just said. So she's a pastel leopard Enchi orange ring possible yellow belly grabble.
Right.
The male that I put to her is that one that he's a orange ring yellow belly G-Nex Het pie to make.
Heck yeah, hit that ivory leopard that's Het pie. There you go.
No, he said I might get some freeways or something else with it if she proves out to be gravel.
Highways would be gravels.
Yeah, highways.
Or yellow belly asphalt. Highways or yellow belly gravel.
Yeah, so I put them together. She didn't eat in for like 7 weeks, and she's been in the back. And she was, she's a big snake, and this is if she lays eggs, it'll be her first time. And then, like I said, I'm trying to do super blackheads.
Yeah, that's a nice project. I like super blackhead stuff.
Yeah.
So the female, she's a pastel spot nose blackhead clown.
Nice.
And I did it to that pastel blackhead Mojave had DG, but I pulled them out to be DG. You got one of the babies, Ken. They came out of that parent, that
Yeah.
boy.
I'm helping that boy out. I got him to eat again this week. Got him to take 2 mouse fuzzies. He's still fighting it. He don't want to eat, but
I just don't understand.
He didn't have poop in his container, so now he's got 4 basically little tiny mice in him without poop. I'm not going to feed him again until I see poop. Like he's just not getting fed until I see poop.
Yeah, like what?
Get that out of him.
When he was born, him and the other guy was eating. Both boys were eating. The female wasn't eating. All of a sudden, he stopped eating after like the 3rd try feeding him. He stopped eating, and then the girl started eating. She'll take 2 fuzzies, 2 little hoppers from the Africans. Right. And today I fed 2 nice size. They were a little bigger than my thumbnail, and they had, each one of them had 2 of them, and I could see the difference. They're getting big. They're getting, and that's all I'm feeding. I'm trying to feed some of my babies just to Africans to see how big they get, how fast,
Yeah. Right.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Then I got some snakes in the bag. I call her my $900 clown because she's a normal clown, and I bought her for $900 for fucking right after COVID, everything was so high. I didn't know it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was a good price. Clown, and then sometime I talk to my friend, he starts laughing. He goes, "Dude, I just bought a clown for like $50." I go, "Fuck you,"
Yeah.
He busted my balls and shit. I go, "Don't worry about it. I threw a good meal to her, so hopefully she goes this year and I can get some good babies." She didn't go last year. Hopefully she goes. She's in the back. She didn't eat in the last 2 weeks, so. Gave me a pre-shed. I'm surprised my female up on top. She went last year. She went early last year. This year she's still eating. She gave me visual lock. She's in the back, then she's in the front, then she's in the back. I'm hoping she lays some eggs. She's that orange dream, and she double head hypo pie. And I put her in with the same male to make the same babies, and I could sell them off. Make some money.
Yep.
So
nice.
But then I picked up
that ultra male girl I have goes this year.
I got an ultra male pie male. He's starting to eat better now since I got him.
Sweet.
Nice.
What's that ultra male clown you were talking about, Ken?
No, it's a black pastel bamboo ultra male female. I've had her like since 2020, early 2023. I got her, and I've been locking her since like early 2024. She was up to size, and she's been locking for over a year, just no eggs yet. So, I mean, we'll see. She's been locking to the gravel het clown het ultra male. So
I'm
hoping to get a gravel ultra male female out of it with black pastel or bamboo. I just need that gravel ultra male to fit into my project. Like, if I get that, I'm going to be like so far ahead, especially if it's a female.
I got
nice.
I got a female that she's fire bongo leopard clown.
Right.
So I'm growing her up, and then I'll see
bongo's nice and clown.
It is. Yep.
I see what kind of boy I throw to her. Because now I know a little bit more. I'm not wasting my time just to make babies. I want to do some good stuff and everything. So
he wants the good stuff.
Good stuff.
Hell yeah.
But I want to,
Nice.
I want to make some money. I spent all this money when fucking snakes were, $1,500, $2,000.
Yeah, now you got to recoup some of that.
Yep.
I got Where is she? She's around here somewhere. Oh, she's right here. The spot nose. So I bought the pastel spot nose blackhead clown, and I bought the leopard yellow belly red stripe clown. I bought both of them to make Batman. When I got into the project, Batman was going for 8,000 to 10,000. So I said, "Fuck, I get into it." You know, I got the male to grow up real pretty quick. The female took her time. Now you can get Batmans for like $200. So here's a $6,500 snake that I bought together to make. You know, I'm gonna have to do like 20 clutches before I make my money back on that pairing. You know?
Right. And sometimes you just can't. That's the bitch.
No,
of it.
you can't. No. And I'm not
People
gonna
always,
you know, I'm not gonna put them together. You know.
yeah. People always talk about that COVID group that came in, and we all made a lot of the same mistakes, right? We all came in at that 2018, 2019, right when COVID was about to start. And we bought a lot of silly stuff, right? But at the same time, like those projects you just talked about, that Batman project, think about how screwed all of this group really is now with what they actually bought into.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Not the guys making that stuff at that point, but the guys buying in to make that stuff.
Right.
Dude, you're not going to recoup that stuff. Sometimes it's better to just dump it, restart, pick your path, and, you know, because you're just never going to hit that exchange again, you know?
Yeah, that's why I will never get into any big projects, because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. You know, you invest 10 grand on a snake. And I go, yeah, but you're going to make your money back. Man,
that's hard to do.
Yeah, I got some males that slow eaters, growing really slow, and then you buy him for $3 grand. You wait 3 years for him to grow up. By the time he grows up, you know, the price goes down and all that. So that's why I'll make 30 pies and I'll sell them for $400. I'll make some money back. You know, go to the shows. So I like going to the one-day shows. You know, like one day. You know, I don't know if I gotta really get in shape to go to a 2 or 3 day show, because, you know, you're talking to 1,000 people. You know,
right?
Man, that wear your ass out, Sammy.
Yeah.
You work the shows.
Oh yeah,
days,
you'd
be a tired pup.
Yeah, I love going to shows, one day show, because then I got like a maniac, you know, joke around with people. Yeah, I didn't let nobody walk by my table. Oh, wait a minute, you're just walking by my table. Come over here, I want to show you a real pretty snake. If this snake does flips.
He's serious. We don't let no one walk by the table without talking. He's not lying. He's not exaggerating.
No, but I had a lot of fun. The best one, when the lady goes, "I'll be back." I said, "Why don't you give me your?"
You had all of us cracking up all day.
Yeah. What about the lady that says, I said, "We'll take some weed too. We'll sell you snake for some weed." She goes, "I'll be back."
Right.
So they come back and buy a snake, and she goes, "I got the weed." I said, "Well, the snake is not mine. It's the guy next door." You know. So, but she ended up buying the snake from Jay. You know. So.
Yeah.
And it was good, because if I didn't have a snake that you didn't like, then Jay was next to me, or Chris was across from me. You know, Chris had the toast where you could buy a snake and then put it in the toast, and he had the heater.
What up, Eddie?
What's up? So it was fun. I mean, I like joking around a lot. So, you know.
Yeah, and like if your booth is next to Sammy's, like be nice to him, because he don't hesitate with like, look, you can buy this off of me, then go over there and buy the mail, and you know, be happy. He uses his neighbors. Like that dude, I don't know where you got your sense of salesmanship from, but
running bars
or whatever you're doing, it works, Sammy. Just keep it up. Like
no, I had fun. My first show that I
everybody could be such good natured.
The first show I had been, I was next to Tyler. You know, his parents, they were there, the mother and the father. And then he goes, "You could take this corner." I'm like, "All right." I mean, I had a good time. I was joking with people. I'm like, "Please buy a snake. I need gas money to get home." You know, you know. But then if they didn't fight, like a guy bought a boy from me, and then he goes, "You got a girl to go with?" I said, "No, but they got a lot of snakes over here. They got over 100 snakes on the table, and he'll give you a good deal. Just tell him you know me, you know." So, and then he sold a couple of snakes. Some customers. So, like I said, we're all trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to breed snakes and sell them, you know. So if I help you, you help me, and we'll have a good time, you know.
All right,
for sure.
That's it. You got a lot of that from running clubs and stuff and in bars, right?
Yeah,
Sammy?
yeah, bars. Yeah, yeah. I always had to deal with a lot of drunk people. Be nice and come on, man. Behave. I'll give you a free drink. Let me call a taxi for you. So I did that for a long time.
That's why Sammy's nice to me. He can spot a drunk when he sees one. It's like I'm better be nice to this.
I dealt with a lot. The girls are the nastiest, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can be.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
god.
I used
So-
to clean these bars up in State College like at 3 o'clock in the morning after they close,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
them women's bathrooms were
Oh
all
man,
so
They're
much.
the worst.
They're the worst. So we used to play hip hop on Friday, and we used to play Spanish music on Saturday. So you know how the bar is starting to close. So you say, all right, you turn on the lights. Hey, can you move? And then they'll take the drink. They'll go over here, and then you guys gotta go. Then they move to another spot. So we started spraying ammonia.
I'm spraying
like
ammonia
spraying it.
now.
Oh man, boy, they couldn't breathe that shit. I used to walk right in the ladies' room, open the bottle, and just drop the whole bottle on the floor. You should see the girls run out of there.
Clear them out.
So it
Yeah.
took about a year, and as soon as they see the spray bottles coming out with bleach and ammonia, boy, they used to run right out of the bar. They had no, take your drink with you, just go outside. You don't understand it. We got to stay here and clean up, load the bar, load the coolers up for the next guy. Like when we left the bar was clean for the next day. The bathrooms were washed, the floors, the coolers were full with beer. We stocked the shelves if anything was running out. Anything we didn't put, we
That'd be
cleaned
fun.
with ice, So then we stayed there and drink till 5 o'clock in the morning. You're going home, you hear the birds chirping. I'm doing like 80 miles an hour to go home before my wife wakes up.
Yeah, I had a bouncer job once, and it didn't really work out for my personality because I didn't give them the nice sides. I just said, all right, you need to leave. And if they didn't leave, I said, no, you're leaving now. And if you're trying to fight me, I'm just going to fuck you up. And I kind of got in trouble for knocking them.
Yeah, I did a lot of fighting, but then, like I said, the ammonia worked perfect. It was time to leave.
I'm not good at a bouncer because I didn't have a nice side. I couldn't say, well, come on, let me buy you a drink. Just chill out.
We had assholes that we had to really kind of rough them up outside and all that. So, but most of the time,
town. These young college punks always thought they was 10-foot tall and bulletproof.
Yeah. So
I'd be taking them out, bouncing them off of every pole that I seen.
They're like, you don't know me, bro.
Yeah, the best one. So the bar was right next to the bowling alley. They were attached. The bar and the bowling alley. So I knew the owner, and I used to, we ran the whole thing, the bowling alley and everything. So the best one, it was a kid. We used to do high school. You bowl for I think it was $20. You bowl for 3 games. So you bowl from 9 to 12. Then the second crowd comes in from 12 to 3. So somebody came up to me and says, there's a kid out there walking with a backpack, and all the kids are coming out of the bathroom laughing and shit. So this is how good the kid was. So his backpack was full of liquor. He'll tell the kids to go buy soda. Meet me in the bathroom. I'll make you a drink. Just go get a soda. He made some good money.
Oh, I bet.
So I pull him into the office. I said, dude, give me your backpack. He goes, no. I said, well, let me see. I'm going to give you 2 choices. I'll beat your ass right now, and I'll take the backpack from you, or I'm going to go get the cop that's in the bar and arrest you for giving out drinks to younger kids. So you make the choice, So he gave me the backpack. Dude, he had Grey Goose. His backpack was full.
Gotta be.
He was making a killing. And I could have been an asshole and took the money for him. Said, just give me the bottles and leave. You can't come here no more. He goes, oh, dude, if I give you the liquor, I can stay. No, you can't stay. You got to get the fuck out of here.
You gotta
If I
go.
give you the liquor, I can stay.
Yeah.
You don't make the rules, motherfucker.
Yeah, no.
Right? You just broke all of them and you're going to make some new ones? No, get the fuck out of here.
New ones.
Lucky I ain't telling you that in your pockets. What do you got in your pockets?
Yeah. And then
Right.
you get the young kids. We used to pack the kids up. After that, we started packing the kids up. Man, young kids, they do a lot. Back then, they were doing a lot of drugs. You pack some dude down, you find pills, bags of weed. I'm like, dude, what are you doing here? Get out of here. You can't come in.
Fucking
Homemade pipes, you know,
painkillers,
they used to do it
Xanax.
out of copper pipe, you know, like make a little, you know, to smoke the weed and shit. I'm like, these guys, they come up with some crazy idea, you know?
Yeah.
One, the dude made one out of an apple. He cut the apple, carved it, put a straw through the thing.
Yep.
They put aluminum foil around it, and they put weed, and they were smoking in the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
We used to use big fat carrots. Them carrots are like fat at the end. They work perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this one had an apple. You know, I'm like, what? You guys come up with some great ideas. You know, fucking phone jump, made me jump.
Bat phone's ringing.
When I was in
Right.
the hospital, they didn't like me. I was in there smoking in my room.
Right? If you crack a damn window.
I was doing some pretty wild stuff, man. I'm surprised they didn't kick me out of the hospital.
And then we used to let the kids.
It took me quite a while to
know,
settle down. I was still
kids-
kind of rowdy until I was like 35, 36.
It was funny because the kids used to be, you know, fighting over girls, and then you see the kid talking a lot of shit. I'll fuck you up, blah blah blah. So we used to grab them and say, "Look, you guys want to fight? Yeah, I'm gonna fuck them up." I said, "Let's go outside." And they went, "Oh no, I'm good. I'll stay right in here." You know?
Right?
I'm like, I thought you said you was gonna fuck them up. Let's go outside. We'll make it an even fight. We'll make sure nobody jumps in.
We'll
I'm
record
good.
this shit and sell it.
You know, I'm good.
Right?
You know, so
Mr. Tough Guy inside where ain't nothing gonna pop off. But once
right.
business.
Yeah. So we
You know,
used to-
I was thinking about it, and man, why are we even fighting, man? You know, come
Yeah. Doesn't sound fun anymore.
Nah, but it was funny because he goes, "No, I'm good. But you just yelling at him, telling you're gonna fuck him up. So let's go."
Yeah.
You know. He goes, "No, bro, I'm good. I'm like, all right, man. If I see you argue, I'm kicking both of you guys out. You know. So.
And I'm kicking your ass too.
Yeah, the kids in high school back then, man. Holy, I mean, now you can't even mess with the high school kickers over here. It's fucking nuts. Everybody carry guns here. These young kids, fucking 13 years old, carrying guns, and they won't hesitate to shoot you. You know.
Right.
You can't
That's
argue
the
with
scary part now. It's like,
Yeah.
everybody's got something, packing something. So it's like,
Yes.
dude, you don't even question people anymore, from the smallest guy to the biggest guy. It ain't worth your time, you know.
No, not at all.
I've always kind of tried to watch my mouth at times, you know, in certain situations, and it's definitely even worse now. Yeah, you never know who's got what. Like, and it sucks because, like, you'll be driving down the road and some asshole's flying 65 miles an hour, cuts inches in front of you, and it's like, I'm sitting here pissed where I want to jump out and beat the, piss out of this guy, and it's like, but you got to watch out, man. And like you said, you never know who has a gun or what, it's like, I'm not afraid. I'll sit here and handle my business, but are you going to be an idiot like this guy and pull a gun out for no reason for the rest of your life? You're not an idiot like this guy.
It's crazy now. You can't argue
I'll
with
tell you what, John, it ain't worth it, because that ain't like that little pain you got. It's always going to be a little bit, and it's going to add up. That one instance isn't worth one day of the good shit, because they're going to take the good shit off you, and you ain't going to have it.
No.
Right.
I always go, they start yelling at me, I'm driving 65 miles an hour and the guy's on my ass. He's beeping the horn. I pull over to the middle lane. Then he fucking, I go, all right, see you later.
Yeah, that's what I do. I wave at them anymore.
I wave at him. But I
Smile,
smile.
wave.
Yeah, okay.
What
I was
up,
driving a
dude?
little slow, yeah,
They don't know how to react when they do that.
Nah.
They're like, I'm flipping him off and he's waving at me. I'm out of here, man. Fuck this. It's weird.
The
Yeah.
worst, one time I was coming back from New Jersey, I picked up some racks for the snakes when I first got into it. So I put them in the back of the truck, strapped them down. I'm driving on the highway. Some guy kept on beeping the horn, waving. So I'm like waving back, and I'm driving, and he's fucking waving, beeping the horn. So the guy that came with me, I said, "You know this guy?" He goes, "No." So then the guy cuts in front of me and slams on the brake. Like, what's wrong with this fucking guy? The straps came off the fucking thing. So if I got, if I was really flying, the totes would have flew right off the rack. I go, oh shit, that's why he kept on waving at me,
Right. Trying to help you out, Sammy.
Yeah, but he was waving and I
You
was
actually
waving back.
did.
I'm like, all right, yeah, dude, it's cool. After a while, he must have thought, this guy's an ass. Let me just cut him off. Maybe he'll fucking relax.
Right. This guy won't take a hint. I got to just stop him.
Yeah, and he did. He cut in front of me, slammed on the brake. I'm like, what the fuck? Then I looked up. You see the strap, in the air, fucking flying like that. I'm like, holy shit. Thank God.
Yep.
I would have made it home with no fucking totes inside the fucking bed, the sleeping.
Yeah.
They've been all over the highway.
Oh hell yeah. So
I've had that happen, man.
You
Be
get
behind one of those big lumber trucks, and some of them sheets of 4x8 lumber start coming down the road at end over end at 90 miles an hour. That is not good, man.
That's
That should
deadly.
have cut your vehicle right in half. Yeah, I'm swerving, and the shit's just peeling off like a deck of magic cards, Like, holy.
Load up the truck as it falls off.
Right, yeah, nothing left of them by the time they tumble 2-3 times. You know what I mean? They're shattered and just chewed
Cut them
up
down
shit.
to probably get at least a 4x4 section out of that.
Maybe, but I wasn't hanging around, man. I hit the shoulder and just stopped, and the dude just kept trucking. He had no clue that shit was peeling off like mad.
No.
Like, God damn, somebody's dying in that.
Some of the people don't care. This shit flying off their truck, they just gonna keep on trucking. Because if it hits the car, then they're responsible.
Right?
So they just want to keep on going.
Better hope they didn't have a dash cam as they were sitting behind that guy with the license plate and the shit falling out. You know what I mean? Like,
here's the license plate number, officer.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I hate getting behind the oil trucks back here because they're always going on like the dirt roads to go fill people's oil tanks up. And them big oil tank trucks, they're like a Mack truck, and they got big digging tires. They get onto the highway, they're spitting mud and rocks just every fucking where. One cracked my windshield. I turned around and told him to pull over. Like, I had to pay for it. He was like, get the fuck out of here. I didn't do that. I was like, dude, you did. You're just trying to get your windshield fixed. Fuck you. I called their company and everything else. They didn't do shit. I had to pay for the windshield.
That's fucked up. That's why it would be good to have that dash cam, like John was saying. That's what I want to do, is get a dash cam. Because you've seen some of those YouTube videos where people will be driving and they'll just sit there and hit their brakes, and then they get out and they're like, "Oh, you hit me." It's like, no, motherfucker, you just slammed your brakes on. Like,
that's a friend of mine. He was at a light and he got hit in the back. The guy got out of the car. He goes, "Why you put your fucking truck in reverse?" He goes, "In reverse? I'm stopped at a light. You hit me." It's like he had a company car. So it's some scammers out there, man.
Yeah, in town, I mean, you almost need that dash cam because people literally step off the curb in front of you if you're in a slow section. I mean, they want that sit back and relax for 30 years money. You know what I mean?
Especially if they see you're from out of town.
Yep.
I just had to take a wide turn earlier because some bum sat there and had his damn cart not even paying attention and got his cart pushed out into the street. So I had to fucking go around and make sure I don't hit the dipshit. In fact, right there where that happened, what was it, about 7 years ago, I knew a girl, she hit a bum that on that same street. Because, there's a lot of homeless people over in that area kind of over there. And the bum, he was just trying to, he was done with life and just jumped right out in front of her. So it's like, you got to watch out with shit like that too, somebody just trying to.
I mean, not worth that.
Either an insurance claim or trying to end their life.
Yeah, at some point they just quit caring. They're just going to jump out there to end it, But either way, you got to watch your own ass with that, Nothing you're going to tell somebody in court later. You can try, but.
Exactly. Yeah, without a doubt.
It ain't even worth doing on purpose to get that nice chunk of money at once, because then you got to live with it the rest of your life. And
exactly.
I wish I wouldn't have done a couple things, like playing flag football when I was 31 years old. I mean, I was busting those little punks' ass, but what I have out there even at 31 to do it? Fucking tore my rotator cuff, separated my AC joint, diving for a flag. No way it should have been out there. I should just skip that whole part of life. And my
talk to Mecha Man up there about all that. All the metal and bolts. And
I mean, got nuts and bolts pretty much. Ankle, shoulder, back problems.
When I was younger, I didn't listen to them.
Hip issues.
You just fucking, let me get a Percocet, man. I'm going back out there.
Yeah, give me a couple perks. I'll go do whatever you want.
Now, when I'm sitting home and it's fucking cold and my shoulder hurt, my knee hurt, my wife goes, "Well, you were stubborn. You didn't want to listen to nobody. You thought you was Superman. Now look at now, you're hurting. I'm like, all right, leave me alone. leave me alone. Yeah.
Justin.
What up, Justin?
Justin. So
I'll do that.
that's why I'm glad now they got the X-rays when you go through
wanna do
the
it.
X-ray machine, at the airport. Before I used to roll through that fucking thing. It looked like I hit the pinball machine, win some money. Bing, 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 bing. Step back. I said, look, I'm full of metal. I gotta go. I gotta catch my plane. Come over here, big boy. Go right back through it and shit. Then you go back through it, rings, and then they get the wand. Nothing this side, and then they go on this side. Beep, 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 beep. I said, look, this side is all full of metal. So can I leave now?
Right.
Oh, one time I told Larry, I said, unless you want me to pull my pants down, you see the big scar on my ass, with my He goes,
Turn around and noon them. Like, check that scar out.
She goes, easy, big boy. Easy, big boy. I said, look, you don't understand that our plane, we're running late, so I got to get through here or I'm going to get left behind, So
Right.
now they got the X-ray machine, you go there, lift your hands up and, all right, go by. Beautiful thing now.
Makes it easier instead of being interrogated for 3 hours
Oh
afterwards.
my God, it was worse. Worse. That's like when we went to Canada the first year and we flew down, then we go through custom and all that. And it was these big fucking cops, man. They're a little scary. So me and my boy was going by and they said, hey, you two guys come over here. I'm like, fuck, what we do? He goes, I just want to know why you guys got fucking pink shirts on. I go, oh shit, I thought we did something wrong. He goes, no, you guys are cool, but I just want to know why you got pink shirts on. I said, I appreciate snakes. This is my logo. And I started showing pictures of snakes and all that. He goes, oh man, that's real cool, man. I said, we're here for a big show, Saturday. He goes, oh man, have fun. And he let us go. But last year when we drove up and we went through the border. The same thing, the girl goes, oh, pink shirts, go ahead. So I called Chris up. I said, Chris, they didn't check our car. He goes, that's because they saw 4 guys in fucking pink shirts that thought you guys were homos. So
they got the trick now. Everything crossed the border, put that pink shirt on. Go ahead. They got pink shirts on.
Yeah. Let them go. They're all right.
Let them go.
That border sucks, though. I'll tell you what, if they do decide they're going to start searching stuff, like we went up college age years and years ago, obviously like 25, 30 years ago, just a bunch of us, 3-4 dudes. We had a van and we had a car behind us, but long hair, beards, mustaches, we just looked like hippies back in the mid-90s, cruising up to Canada for we're going to stay up there and fish and just camp for a week. They took both cars completely apart under that. The covered area where you pull in and like pull over here to the left. Dude, they had every strip of material. They had the seats they took the bottom seats out of the car and laid them on the tar, like both vehicles. And then they're like, have a good day. And there's your pile of shit. You got to put it all back together, pack it. You know what I mean? I'm like,
they
don't put it back together. They tear that fucking shit apart and leave it.
Oh, I couldn't believe how far. I mean, they took seats out and shit. I'm like, are you kidding me? Right? It looked like we were trying to smuggle across 4 pounds. You know what I mean? So I don't blame them, but at the same time, like, dog? You ever heard of a dog?
Right?
No. Thank God they didn't go through they did it to Chris. They told him to get out of the car. They checked the car. They opened their suitcases, make sure they didn't have anything in there. So when he called us, he goes, Don't tell them that you go into a snake show. We told them, yeah, you guys are good. Pink shirts, go ahead. So I called them right away. We didn't have no trouble. They let us go right by. Fuck you, So
right.
So.
Yeah, we did look like a bunch of hippies, Justin. I mean, long hair, early 90s, grunge, snowboarders. Everybody's wearing flannel and saggy shit, smoking too much dope, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
They thought for sure they was catching you with something. So they went.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's just taking the seats apart. Oh yeah, they're smuggling coke in the fucking inside the seat.
Yeah. Took the seat bottoms, everything. Just threw them out on the tar. Literally just pitched it out. They were like, God damn, dude. They just ask us if we got anything. Get a dog that can sniff this shit, so you don't have to take our car apart.
No shit. Them fuckers did that to me. I had a DUI back in 2010. Yeah, like 2010 or something. I had a DUI, and they sit there and they went through my truck, and they found a gun magazine with bullets in it. And he's like, "Where's the gun at?" And I was like, "There's no gun in there." He's all, "Well, we found the magazine." I said, "Yeah, you found the magazine, but I ain't got the gun in there." Them fuckers tore my whole truck apart and ripped in the front, right there by the steering wheel. They took the plastic piece off, and with all the wires and fucking, when I got that fucker back, once I hit about 50, 55 miles an hour, it would start cutting out. I don't know what they did, but it's like you said, why don't you go get a fucking damn cadaver dog or something to smell the shit? Like,
Right? Instead, tear all your shit apart and destroy it because you're suspicious.
Sometimes they
Like,
just
what
do
the-
that to bust. Sometimes they do that just to bust balls. You know, like, all right, we're gonna
Yeah.
teach you a lesson. You know, you don't want to.
I went to Canada. I got deported. I almost had to cancel my hotel reservation and everything. They wasn't going to let me in. And I went to another border and I told them the situation, and they let me in. You know, they just wasn't letting me in. We missed it anyways. We missed our border we supposed to go because we were so excited just looking around. We missed a sign, and we went up to the Ontario Bridge. Then they wouldn't let us into Ontario, but they let us into Niagara Falls. So I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
And I told them, I was like, they just deported me from Ontario. I don't know if I'm allowed to be trying to come back in, but you know, I'm just being truthful. You know, I got hotel reservations. I don't want to cancel them.
yeah.
$500 a night at the Hilton. It was a nice room, and you know, it came with dinner accommodations for two at the hotel that was up on the top of the roof, and it was worth it. You know what I mean? It was nice.
Yeah, we're going up this year, but it's better to drive. You
Even
safe.
got like $150 worth of vouchers to go gamble, which I turned into like $1,000 and then blew it. Not all on gambling.
Right.
We just went out around town and did things we wouldn't normally do because we didn't have the money. We went and blew it on vacation.
Yeah.
I was up 1,000. I'm out. I ain't dumb. I ain't losing this shit. We're gonna have a time. Let's go.
Like the guy that goes with me all the time, he goes gambling. I mean, he goes gambling all the time. I'm like, John, you spent all that money. We could have bought like fucking real nice snake with all the money you spent. You know. But
Like, I don't want no damn snake, Sammy. You get the snake.
No, so
if I follow that system, I don't lose.
he went to Canada last year. He came home with some money. He won about $1,000 in Canada. You know, but the money up there is fucking crazy. You know, it's plastic. You can see right through the the $5 bill and everything. Like,
Yeah, it's weird.
yeah, and I asked Austin. I said, Austin, why they got plastic? He goes, because it never gets wrinkled. It never fades away. It doesn't get old. You can wash it, and it's perfect. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. You know.
Right.
But
Plus,
I don't know.
it's a lot harder to counterfeit. You know, they can bury stuff in that.
I was going to say a lot better.
Yeah.
You can't counterfeit that shit like down here.
But I don't know about this year, because the president doing all the fucking tax thing and everything. I don't know how much money because the American money is like $30 more. You give them 100, you get back 140. I don't know about this year.
Something like that.
I don't know about this year. How's it going to be?
Yeah, tariffs. Who knows?
And it's good because you go gambling, you throw in $200, you get $280. So you're up $80 already. Why even getting on the table and nothing like that?
Yeah. So. I think he pulled a lot of tariffs from other countries. I think right now it's just China.
Yeah, they worked out a deal.
U.S. dollars is 138.54 Canadian dollars.
There you go.
What up, Jay?
What up, Jay?
Cool.
Hope all is well.
What's Nick today? Out farming?
What'd you say, Sammy?
I said, what's Nick today? I'm surprised you don't jump on Saturdays once in a while.
I know, huh?
Yeah.
He'll have to jump on.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. He talks 100 miles an hour, and then he goes, fuck it, I don't care.
Who's that, Sammy?
Josh.
Nick, the big hillbilly guy, big beard. He's He's a great guy. You know, he's
Triple
funny.
six serpents.
Yeah, triple six. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you're talking about
Nick.
Nick?
Okay.
Nick.
Okay.
Yeah, triple six.
Oh,
Triple
okay.
six. Yeah. So he's a funny guy. You know.
He's the right type of idiot I like.
Right.
He's
Yep.
funny. He'll talk 100 miles an hour. He'll tell you a story, and then you know you don't catch on to it. He goes, fuck it. You know, Nick.
Yep.
Then
He's
he'll
got a
shut
good
his,
sense of humor.
yeah. Then he'll shut his scream off. He goes, I don't want to see nobody. I'm just gonna sit here, and guys can hear me. Yeah.
The old Nickhead. He's all right. I don't care what anyone
Yeah,
says.
Nick's a good
about him.
dude.
I like him.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
That echoes back. It's got to be when Vance goes outside. That's what it's
Yeah.
from.
Yeah. When
Yep.
you go outside. So
Is
have
it
a
all-
cigarette.
Is it only when I talk?
No, when
No.
we talk to you.
Yeah. It's when everybody talks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old Nick had caught on.
Oh, I caught him.
I'll be sending old Nickhead a snake Monday.
I
Weather's
started
gonna be
calling him
good
Nick
enough.
Head, and everybody caught on with it.
Don't be a Nickhead.
That's right.
I'm
No,
gonna
no,
send
you,
him that.
you want to be a Nickhead. A Nickhead ain't like a dickhead. A Nickhead is you're being cool. A dickhead is you're being a dick.
Oh, okay.
You could be a Nickhead. Being a Nickhead's pretty cool. Not like dickhead. Is Nickhead.
Gotcha. Totally different deal.
Yeah.
Come on, he says.
Come on.
Yeah, that's good too. Come on now.
Justin still has to do those shirts.
Yeah, that we talk
Yeah.
about.
Yep, got to put the "come on" there.
Yeah. Come on now. Bring it.
Send it.
We're still looking for those Pressure P shirts. They're on their way, I hear. But
What is it?
those Pressure P shirts, Justin's shirts.
Oh, yeah.
I just give him a tough time. I tease him all the time.
I still got to get a Sammy's Pink Panther shirt too.
Yeah. That's why I didn't ask you for a shirt yet. Hopefully, I can go down there. The guy, I brought him a whole bunch of pink shirts that I picked up, and they're better. You know, they're real bright pink. I said, dude, do these shirts for me because I was gonna bring them to Gettysburg. He said, I'll have them ready for you. Then he never called me. He's been missing in action for like a week. Somebody in his family passed away in Puerto Rico, so I know he took off down there for a while. Yeah.
But you still haven't got any since a few months ago when you were having problems getting them from him?
No, I mean he's like I said, he's been having family problems, and then it's hard to find good help. You know. Plus,
Right.
I'm only owning like a couple of shirts. I said, look, supposed to get a big check this month. I get my big check this month. I want to do a logo for Daytona, a different logo for Daytona.
Fuck yeah.
So,
Nice.
I might put RW. Put it right in the front and then put my logo in the back.
Yep.
You know?
In fact, I still got to make up some more RWO shirt or finish doing them.
Yeah.
But I started making some, but we had some of the members aren't on there anymore, so I'm glad I kind of waited.
Right.
Yep, get it accurate, you know.
Exactly.
And that's the tough part. I mean, we should do probably bulk shirts because it's so much more reasonable. Get them things in 300-400 at a time instead of the single order. But dude, if the call isn't there, I don't want to sit with 400 shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's a lot to sit on. And then so much to put out at one time too. I mean, you're having to fork out like, yeah, you're getting a really good deal, but you're still having to fork out what, $500 or $1,000 or depending on how many shirts you're ordering. But
right, I think it was like $1,400 for the last bulk order, and it's like that's a lot of cash just sitting there doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that's a hell of a nice snake you could put in your rack.
Exactly. Yeah, you get something nice for that shit. Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks. Like with the hats, the stickers too. I can't. I don't get those any cheaper. But the hats, those are kind of expensive to get too, because it's costing me close to $40 a hat. But then you got shipping in there, so that kind of pumps it up a little bit, bumps up that price. So
Yep.
People don't
So
understand how they want free stuff, but they don't understand how much money you got to spend. Hats, shirts. I went all the shirts I gave out in Daytona last year. It cost me $1,600.
damn.
1,600
yep.
bucks. But I bung 160 shirts, something like that. You know, and
That's it.
the only shirt I brought back, it was the one I had on. Everything else sold. I mean, not sold. Yeah. So, we'll see next time.
Yeah, in fact, if I got my Printify store going up, so everything's back in action. It's popping. So I was having problems. Like it would show the banks, like it would show like main ones like Bank of America or Wells Fargo, but mine wasn't on there. And like where it shows the logo, but you could punch in and find your bank, but it's not like it just pulls up. Like I would put EECU, and in fact, that didn't even pull it out. So I had to type out the whole word educational employee credit union. And then it pulled up like numerous different things. It would say like EECU Texas, EEC CU something else. Like, so it's not just states. Like, okay, well, yeah, I would put in EECU CA for California, but it was like showing all these different other abbreviations, and I'm like, man, I don't want to get the wrong thing. And so I looked at it again the other day, and I went down a little bit. Well, it said like manual, and so I found that, and I hit that, and I punched in my account number and the routing number and all that, and it fucking just boom pulled it right up. So now I got the store all going and everything.
Nice.
So if anybody wants to buy any merchandise, any shirts, sweatshirts, whatever, I got all that stuff on my Printify store, so you can check it out. I got it uh, on my Instagram on the bio, so you could go in there and it'll show my YouTube and my Printify. And then also for anybody that doesn't know, I'm now an affiliate with Morphforge. So if you got your Morphforge coins, you could sit there and get merchandise, or you'd use the credit for merch, or you could get reptiles from me, snakes. Use it as that. The only thing I'm not doing is the Flex Fit hats, but I do have other hats that are on my Printify. So anything you want to use it for, you can use your Morphforge coins, just not the Flex Fit hats. That's the only thing. But any other merch or snakes, you guys can use that. So
Yeah, badass. That's cool, man. Happy to have you on there too.
yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
And that's the thing too, guys. Like, there's a lot of freaking coin floating around out there. I didn't add it up recently, but it's like $800 worth of coin. Like, cash some of this stuff in. Get one of these guys' shirts. Get a credit on a snake. Something. Use it, because that account is just sitting there growing. We're just throwing it in an account. There it is. But
My first clutch, I'm gonna have some nice clowns. My first clutch. I mean, hopefully, can't count the eggs before they hatch, but
right there you go. Start taking coin for it, Sammy.
yeah, I thought they could reach out to me. Let's see what happens.
Right.
The cutting is June 5th or June 4th of a couple more months.
Nice.
Let's see what happens. There was an orange dream fire NG clown. The boy was a leopard, yellow bellied, red striped clown. Two visual clowns. So I know they're gonna be 100% clown. I don't know what's gonna come out of it. Ken showed me some pictures of what I could get, and some of the snakes look really good.
Yeah, some wild combos there. Yeah. That's a nice pairing.
Then I got that other. The male is Enchi spot nose. What is it? Enchi Russo spot nose. Enchi Russo spot nose fire clown, and I bred him to a normal female clown. Let's see what comes out of that.
Nice, man.
So.
Yeah, you got some nice stuff coming, Sammy.
I hope so. Hopefully these bad boys will start having eggs. Like, I just called my buddy up and said, look, I got a show in July. I ain't going to have nothing to show. So if you got babies, I'll take some babies from you. Tell me the price. Whatever I sell, you keep. I mean, if you want to throw me something, you throw me something. If you don't, you're helping me out. So I'll help you out. You know.
Right? Just to have decent stuff on your
Yeah.
table. Yeah.
He's got a lot of clown stuff. So I said, maybe a week before I go up, I'll come to your house and grab like 10 of them. You know?
Right?
Nice. Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna have nothing at all. You know.
Dude, this pairing right here is crazy. So Jason just said he got a lock on this. This girl was at like 18 millimeters, right? But so the male's a acid black pastel, het desert ghost, het hypo, het clown, chocolate.
Nice.
And then the female is the visual clown. She's a OD spot nose yellow belly clown. So we've got like 2 allelics in that pairing. That could be wild.
Now, when you say allelics, that's like the main gene that you definitely gonna get it. That's what that means, allelic.
Well, if you hit the allelic, yeah.
Okay.
But they share the same allele. So like the spot nose and the chocolate, you know,
yeah,
like get that.
Right, because I did the male's a blackhead and the female's a blackhead. You know, they're visual. Right. Then I did another pairing, GHI pastel, because they had it on what's the name's thing a couple of weeks ago. And then the male's he's a pastel chocolate double head DG pie. And I put it for that GHI pastel female, and they gave me visual. She's big. You know, she's
nice.
You know, so hopefully she goes. I just bought it because of the pattern on her. She got the skeleton heads on it, you know, bow tie. I mean, her patterns are huge, not the little pattern that you got to look for. These things that stand out. She looks like a poisonous snake. You know, my friend goes, I ain't messing with that snake. It looks poison. You know? The way the pattern was on the snake, you know.
Right.
So.
You should have said, well, good thing it's not poisonous, it's venomous.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
I go, I don't know if it's poison. I know she bit me a couple of times, but I'm still here.
Right? Don't eat this snake. It's poisonous.
I go, maybe I feel a little dizzy once in a while. I got to sit down and let the shit go through my body, and then I'll feel good, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of my friends, they just come up to the door. They don't walk in the room. You know, I got like 30 friends, and maybe 2 of them like snake. The other rest of them, I'll come and look at them, but I'll stand by the door, you know. As soon as I pull a snake, I go, here. And they take off. You know?
Nice.
You know, the guy that travels with me, he's scared of snakes. You know, he'll go
John,
to the show. Yeah, John. He'll look around and all that. He goes, all right, you good? Just call me. I'm going to the casino. You know, one time I grabbed a snake, I put it next to him. He froze. He couldn't move. He kept saying, "Move the snake away from me." I'm like, no. But, you know, he could barely move his lip. He goes, "Move the snake away from me." I'm like, no, I gotta take a picture. You know,
right? Tell you what, the first thing to know is most of those Johns, they're just a bunch of pussies. Those guys scared of snakes and get. John was actually a really cool dude, man. I loved meeting him. He had a great sense of humor.
Yeah, he's funny
a cool
guy.
dude.
He takes me everywhere, you know. So
yep.
He's good. So I already told him, I said, dude, Daytona, start locking it in right now. So I'm doing work at his house. He goes, I know you're not gonna charge me, so I bought the tickets for Daytona. I said, all right, that sounds like a plan to me, you know. So I said, let's leave like on a Thursday, that way we can hang out Thursday all day, and then Friday the show, and then after that it's party time. I'll be me and Scotty will be up and beaming up to Scotty, you know. I come down on Sunday.
There you go.
Yeah. So.
Hey, John, what did you say is in there? There's black pastel, hypo, desert ghost, chocolate.
The male's an acid chocolate, black pastel, het desert ghost, het hypo, het clown. And the female's the opposite side. She's got the OD spot nose, yellow belly, visual clown. So,
okay.
The black pastel and the chocolate and the spot nose all playing funny in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I was actually, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a, hold on one sec. Choochie boy.
What's
up, Justin?
What's up?
Justin?
I'm looking for, I want to get a chocolate, I was looking for a chocolate, pastel, hypo, desert ghost, but I'm kind of even settling for like at least a chocolate desert ghost het hypo.
Dude, I
Yeah.
seen the perfect snake for you that's reasonable. I'll find it and send it to you.
All
What was
right.
it? What was it, Ken? We posted that chocolate mystic het DG to het DG female. I got actually confirmed locks on that as well, so hopefully that one will hit. So we should hit.
Nice.
Well, what all was in that stand, Ken? It was chocolate mystic. What?
Chocolate Mystic, Het, DG, Het, Hypo.
Het hypo is what it was. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Oh yeah.
I got a double and leaflet clutch this year that I could hit. It's the chocolate HRA pastel smoke Het Green Ghost female to the chocolate HRA male, or Het
Come
Green
on.
Ghost male.
Nice.
Alright, baby.
That has a chance of being in a crazy clutch.
Yeah, we're going to focus on that more, I think. I mean, those alleles are just too nice. They're just so fun to work with.
Exactly where all my collection's gone. There's an allelic combo or two that could pop up in everyone that I have. Like,
Right.
that's how I bought.
That's smart. It's very smart.
Nice.
So I checked out a shed today. Well, I actually went and looked at some and then actually ended up ordering one. So I have a 10 by 24 coming to my house.
Nice. Hell yeah. Is
And
that
it's pretty dope.
that's a
And I did
retro,
it.
right?
And I did it to where like the trailer's gonna be long wise in my backyard. So I did it to where, like in the middle, I'll have 2 French doors so I can let some light in, and I'll have 2 windows and then a side window as well. And then I was gonna do a mini split, but then because the guy was like, actually, we can get you regular windows in here. I was like, well, I could just do a big ass window unit and call it a fucking day instead of running a mini split in that thing. And I was looking at window units because I looked at the square footage on that. I was like, well, that's only 240 square foot. I was looking at 350, 400 square foot window units that would cover. So I'm like, that's more than enough for me.
That's not that big of a building. You don't need that big of a unit.
Nah, so I'm gonna insulate it. I'm gonna foam insulate it and then run beadboard. Make my days even easier and not even run with the drywall and run beadboard around, which is boom, quick and easy. Then run trim all around the beadboard and call it a fucking day.
Nice. Hell yeah.
What are you gonna put in there, rats?
No, I'm gonna make it my whole breeding facility. All my snakes are going in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put my office in there and everything, so I can wake up in the morning and go out there and do my stocks and fuck with my snakes all day.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
That'd be awesome.
That's really what I want to do. And like Pat just got one from the same place, and then I went up there and I didn't have to put much money down. I ended up financing the building and had them pretty much make me the building how I want, and he'll have it delivered to his place in 2 weeks, and then he'll deliver it to my house in a week after that or whatever. So 3 weeks top, I'll have it here, which is fine. It gives me time to get that area
Cleaned up.
out, and cleaned up and get it out and make sure. Because I have an old shed that you could throw a rock at right now, and it'd probably fall apart. That's in the way.
Now, what are you gonna put it right on? Are you gonna put a concrete slab or something like that to put it?
No. Because if I do that, I'm gonna have to pull a permit. Because
Oh.
considering now it's a mobile building, so I don't have to worry about that. So I'm trying to.
I was gonna say, don't attach that bitch. Just leave it unattached. Put it on some stuff. Yeah. Yep.
So my neighbor don't like me too much as it is already. So I'm trying. I gotta watch the pieces.
So he'll be snitching on you.
Fuck it. Do what I told
We got a big argument because when I bought my house here, we got a big argument over a property line. I have a really, really big. I'm almost on an acre lot where my house is, so I'm a pretty big lot. And I had a fence in the backyard, and his line was on it, and my line was on it. We both agreed on where it was. Well, his ass woke up in the middle of the night and went out there and moved the stakes 2 feet into my yard to give him some extra yardage. So I woke up the next morning, and I work from home a lot. So of course the fence guys came to go lay the fence. I go out there and I'm like, this shit's off. And I look, and I'm like, this motherfucker moved the stakes. And of course, when we got home from work, we got in a big argument over the situation. I was like, look, you just look at me as a young kid that just bought a house. You're an older guy, and you thought that you're going to pull a smooth one off on me, and it just isn't happening that way. And ever since then, me and him just haven't really clicked heads. And I had a buddy that's a surveyor, so I was like, you know what? I'll call my surveyor buddy come over here. And when he surveyed the yard, he looked at my neighbor. He's like, Justin's being nice. He's still giving you a little bit. We could really go in more if we wanted to. And he was like, oh, no. And I was like, yeah, you're trying to get one over on me, asshole.
Right.
Take some rats and bring it over his house and just fucking drop them.
That's what I told Alex. I told her, I was like, he keeps pissing me off. I'm just going to sling some of these motherfuckers over the fence real quick.
You know what I love though?
Vance, I just sent you a snake. Check that one out.
Okay, thanks, Ken.
You know what I
it'll be-
love though, Justin?
You're on your phone. You can't check
What's
it
that,
out.
John?
I'll send
I'll
it
say
to your IG. Could you check your IG?
Yeah, I can check it.
All right.
People are so dumb, right? Like this guy's gonna move that marker on just that side, right? Like they can't go to the other corner and measure how wide yours is. Like it, what? What do they think they're gonna get away with? All they got to go is to the other corner and just measure how wide it is. Like, dude,
What's really crazy is like I have a shed there right in the corner. So like when he moved the stakes and you can see where they're putting the fence, where the old fence was there, you can see it's even closer to my shed. It was visibly there. I just stood there smoking.
Right?
I'm like, it's way closer than what it's supposed to be.
So some people might on my folks' place. My folks got a lot of acreage on a lake up here, right?
Thanks,
So
Aaron.
the cabins are all kind of weird in there. You always get a little skinny section at the lake, and then you get a wide section out by
Right.
the road, right?
Yeah.
So they'd creep in on both sides of this. They're putting in driveways, they're putting in sheds and shit up there. Finally, my folks are like, okay, that's enough of this shit. They got the surveyor out, so they got a free shed, they got a free driveway, they got a big parking space.
Come on.
All theirs now, like just wait for them to build the shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
ours,
That's
thank
fucking
you,
awesome.
you know. But they don't check, or they try to pull a fast one, you know. And my folks are like, "Nah, man,
Yep.
it's just."
One of my friends was always talking shit about, I can't believe you got snakes. I can't believe you got rats and all that. He just, posts something on Facebook. He starts talking shit. I said, dude, I know where you live. I'm going to kick your fucking basement door open. I'm going to throw rats that I got that look like rats from outside, So I sent him that. He calls me back. He goes, I don't think that was funny. I go, you keep on fucking with me. I got rats that look just like rats outside.
Yeah.
So.
No, but see, my realtor told me, I don't know if it's the same where you guys are, but I know in Florida, my realtor told me once, and that's a big thing, the reason why I was tripping out over that fence situation, especially with him, because my realtor told me once you give them that little foot, it's super long, so a foot actually counted a lot, moving a fence a foot forward is a lot of extra space for him. But supposedly here in Florida, once you put that fence up and it sits there for so many years or so many months, it's considered given their property now. So now they can reassess their property and have that marked on their line, and they get that extra footage.
Yeah,
there's nothing I can do about it because I'm the one that set the fence, and I basically gave them that footage.
Yeah, they do that here too. That's why you gotta always get
both ways,
look
man.
at your property,
Yep.
Because you get people that you give them a foot, they take a fucking 5 feet, and then they still be assholes.
Yep.
Fucking Kike, look at this shit. The fuck am I gonna do with an 11-ounce coffee, man? This shit out of here.
That's awesome.
It'd at least be 12 ounces. I mean, damn.
Right.
12 ounce beer.
That's right.
So yeah, the laws are totally different up here. I mean, it's all by plot map and survey. So it doesn't matter what somebody does. I mean, these people built sheds and driveways and all kinds of shit. My folks just annexed it. They're like, that's ours now. Sorry, man, you didn't check before you put all this shit in.
Right. Well, I'm sure like over if it's like a dramatic amount of footage, of course, there ain't nothing they can say. But like I said, like with me, like a foot or two, it's basically, I don't know how the rules are here, but it's, to me, I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not giving you shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And keep an eye on it because it's just bullshit anyway. But
yep.
Mark,
he's an old grumpy guy, and I have 3 dogs to go out there, and I watch him because I don't want him throwing shit on my fence, trying to poison my dogs or any damn thing.
Yeah,
he's just one of those old grumpy guys, and it's funny because his wife is the nicest lady, and she'll even tell you, "My husband's an asshole."
So, Mark, I don't think that is in a complex. It goes with blackhead a lot of times. So red gene will go with blackhead a lot of times in the spider complex, but I think red gene's all by itself. It just kind of cruises with blackhead a lot of times. It seems like red gene, ringer gene, that seems to be in a lot of the blackhead combos. But I think it's on its own. I don't think there's a complex for that. Could be
I
wrong.
actually have a super inchy blackhead red gene, I believe, male that I'm putting up in the auction.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of nice stuff in that auction. I think it was John from Mission Morphs. I think he's donating like it's a 2.3 if I remember correctly.
Come on.
Yeah, a lot of cool stuff for sure.
Hell yeah.
Crazy, man. Time's gone by so quick. That auction's in 2 weeks from today.
Coming quick. We definitely got to
It
get
is.
together. Sure.
Yeah.
Really should have some kind of meeting, guys. I mean, if you want to hop in like Discord or something one night and like work out all the logistics, I'd like it to run smooth for everybody, you know.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
just
for
hop,
sure.
definitely come out and help out if I can.
Come.
Now,
Yeah, maybe.
it's gonna start at 3:00, right? Or
Yeah, 3 o'clock your time, I believe.
my time? Yeah.
It's
12:00 your time.
3 Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern. Yeah, I'm gonna be having John jump on the panel with me. He'll be helping me out with the photos and everything and kind of hype man. And then Ken, I know you're gonna be on there and your daughter. Justin's gonna be on there. He's gonna be helping out with the timer and everything. I think that's about it, unless you guys have any other ideas on. But I think that pretty much covers
I'll
it.
try to raise the money on stuff. You sell stuff for $50. I said, all right, I'll buy it for $75 and see if anybody will bid on it.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Nice.
So who should I send the pictures to? John, should I send you the pictures or Vance?
I think you just.
I'm gonna write on the bottom because I can do it on my phone even and add text on the bottom of the picture of what the genes are, male, female, etc. And that way, when you blow the picture up, the genes are there and the sex is there and everything.
Nice. If you want to send them over to me and send them to John too.
Okay, I got
if you
you.
can.
I got you.
I'll just DM you, Justin. But yeah, I think I'm going to screen share instead of having him add a slide in StreamYard for each one. You know what I mean?
Because I was going to put each picture on there, but then John was saying something about being able to just add that. So I was like, yeah, that would be cool if you could.
Yeah, screen share is way smarter.
Yeah,
having
to go through and do all that.
Your box like I did.
Yeah,
that's way smarter.
Instead
the
of
timer
you
I had to
fingers up here all the damn time.
The timer's weird though, because remember you can't just get like a normal timer, so you have to like make it a tab, and then when the timer's up, you kind of just close the tab more or less is how I was doing it. Then you reopen the tab, and it just pops it up in the corner of the screen. More like the timer was the pain in the ass part that I had to do.
You could screen share that timer too.
Yep. Yeah, you could screen share a timer. That actually
I
is
would.
smart.
It'd be way easier because then you could have its own little screen and put it out in the corner tiny and just leave it there.
That actually
you
is
can control it. You know
and that was what I was trying to get so that Justin doesn't have to hold the phone up there the whole time because I know that
exactly. Yes. Yep.
Pain in the ass.
Well, the last one we had the actual timer up there. That's where I figured out the last one with the actual timer, but it was just a tab on the fucking thing that on StreamYard I had that you just click and it would pop it up, and then it just keep running. So we had after 20 seconds, and I'd pull it down, you know. But that's even smarter doing a screen sharing. And come on, that's easy.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, guys, I gotta jump off. I gotta go upstairs.
All right, Sammy. Thanks for jumping on,
Sammy.
brother.
Later, Sammy.
You have a good one.
Yeah,
Good to see you, Sammy.
My granddaughter's leaving for the Bahamas tomorrow. She's going on a cruise with her father.
Oh, nice.
So they're leaving tomorrow morning. Go down to Miami.
That's interesting, Mark. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, Mark.
I like that. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. We might have another one kind of similar to that too. I'm not positive, but we have somebody that might be doing a, not necessarily an egg cutting, but you'll get to pick an egg out of one of their clutches. If they don't, they're taking a bite to the nipple, possibly from a lizard.
That's got to be Derek.
Yeah.
He said that's got to be Derek.
Yeah, he said he put 2 of them. If somebody
And
gets 100, I think you got to start it off with 100. But if
I
you
got
get,
sensitive
I
nipples.
think he said
I ain't
100 if
like
he did one, but he would do 2 of them for 200, I think.
something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, I can't remember exactly.
I mean, I'll eat gross shit. I mean, like, send me a cockroach or something. I'll eat a cockroach, like a hissing cockroach or something.
What?
I'll eat like that, like for like, if the pot gets up to this much, I'll eat it. Like if we
He's
meet
like,
our goal,
yeah, it's a cockroach. I'll eat that shit.
fucking hissing cockroach.
I'll make sure it gets
Yeah.
up to that fucking spot.
Well, 5K would like pay everything. If we could get it up to 5K, like that would set me in a nice spot to where I'm able to do everything I want to and give some things back that I want to help other people out with. And if we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't. I mean, but
I think we could get there,
I
and
think
even
that's a
try to
reasonable
go
number to shoot for.
and try to. We're gonna try to go even a little more because having those seizures and everything, having to go back and forth to the hospital, you never know when that.
I mean, this new medication's working, knock on wood. I mean, she's been a different person with this newer medication. Like, for instance, when you woke her up in the morning when she was on the old education, she looked like a fucking zombie. You know what I mean? Like, wasn't there, like the lights weren't on. She was up, but the lights weren't on. But now you could wake her up in a dead sleep, and she's waking up alert, shoulders back, not looking down. Like there's just a big difference between
That's
the
amazing.
way she was and the way she is now. So, I mean, I'm really hopeful that this is just a magic pill that she needed, because that's kind of what seizures are. Once you figure out the right medication, it's not unreasonable to go the rest of your life without them. But I mean, that's what the doctors are hoping for, 0 seizures. So, I mean, we still got a lot of tests to do. We're doing a sleep apnea test. We're doing like home EEGs that we got to do next weekend. And, there's still a lot of doctor's visits to do with it. But I mean, insurance covers all that shit. The only thing that they didn't really want to cover was like 5,000 of the helicopter ride. It costs 55,000.
Right.
So I mean, but it's all good. We're figuring it out. I think the doctors are on the right path to get her to maybe even hopefully being able to drive one day. And that's the biggest pain in the part on my half. Like a pain in the butt on my half. I have to take her everywhere.
Right.
And it is what it is. You know what I mean? And I don't even look at it as a burden. It's the biggest pain in the ass part of it. And
Yeah, but it's still tough though. It's hard to deal with. I mean,
gas isn't fucking cheap either. Like,
Yeah, hey Ken, I'm sure you're a pain in her ass too.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, I have to be a pain in the ass. I mean, I'm a pain in the ass to you guys at times, and you're just my friends.
All right,
No, we love you, kid. We don't matter.
I'll
It
see you
don't
guys
matter.
on Tuesday or Thursday.
all right, Sammy, have a good one.
Later, Sammy.
All right, check you guys.
Peace out, Sammy.
Peace out.
Yeah, regardless, I mean, Ken, it's a shitty situation that we're gonna just work our butts off to get you what we can, regardless. It's
Yeah,
a spot
anything
that
would help.
nobody needs to be in, so for sure needs to be straightened out.
Exactly. Was there in one of her medications? Did they have alcohol in it? Because like when I was a little kid, I had epilepsy seizures, and I had to have the first. I can't remember what it was called, but the first medication I took, they had alcohol in it. It was a liquid, and it was like, fuck. I think that thing was like 17 or something percent alcohol. I forget.
It was
But
phenobarbital. They had her on phenobarbital.
I think it was phenobarbital, and then
Yeah.
the second one I took was Tegretol, and that's
Well,
like a
one time
kind of a powdered hard pill.
when she was a kid, like they had her on like 2.5 tablespoons 2 times a day of phenobarbital. and the pharmacy fucked up and gave her the adult strength instead of the children's strength, and didn't catch it like 2 weeks into it. So back then, like, we was trying to sue the doctors, you know what I mean? Because the one doctor specifically said, yeah, that could have fucked her up big time. You know what I mean? When we went and got a second opinion about it. And I don't know, nothing ever came of it, but like, she never had a bad reaction to it, thank God. You know, it was only 2 weeks. And to be honest with you, at that point in time, I was like, fuck this medication. She don't need it. She needs vitamins. And I was dumping the fucking medication every day. You know, when I was dumping it. So she was only getting it when she was at her mom's. And I think that's what saved her that week. I mean, as bad as that may sound, I just didn't think my daughter needed it. I put her.
Yes, you're paying attention to her and the situation and the side effects of it all. So of course,
What up, brother?
What's up, Stan?
What's up, Stan?
What I did when she was younger is I looked into diets, and there is a diet that's specifically made to stop epilepsy, and it's called a ketogenic diet. And what it is, I mean, just a quick, you know, a quick explanation of what it is you eat a lot of fat and protein that creates this chemical in your brain that people that have in higher numbers that don't have seizures. But when you eat sugars and carbohydrates, that puts more of the chemical of the brain that they find in your brain when you have seizure activity. So I was keeping away from sugar and carbohydrates, and like just putting a spoonful of mayo in her peas or corn or something. You know what I mean? I was just trying to hide fat into her protein, and I was keeping her on high fat and protein meals. And she was like 5 years old, and they just stopped. And I was like, all patting myself on the back, like, I did it. It was all me. I did it. You know,
Come on.
I have no clue, you know, if it was what I did or not. But when they came back, it's just like it was just getting worse and worse and worse. Like, she had one, then she had two, then she had 20. You know what I mean? Like, then she had a 2-hour fucking seizure, and God, I probably lost at least 10 years of my life that day.
I bet that's long and stressful, man.
But what clued me that day to call the ambulance is her. Do you know how, like, when someone is having a stroke, their face will kind of like go back like this? Well, that's what her face was doing. And she never did that before. I thought she was having a stroke along with a seizure. So I was like, nope, ambulance 911. Instantly. I didn't hesitate.
Well, I couldn't fathom.
That's some terrifying shit, man.
Yeah. I couldn't, especially my own daughter. I couldn't fathom, bro. I just couldn't. That's crazy. You're a strong, good dude, King, for sure, man. You're strong.
I mean, like, man. My mom, like, because, you know, I right after it happened, you know, you're pretty down. You're searching, you know, and yourself for the strength to just be strong for everyone. And then my mom said something that just kind of made me feel good. And it was like, you know, all these doctors and stuff, you take videos of these different side effects. You're able to keep calm and show these doctors, you know, exactly what she's doing. Not everyone could do that.
No.
So that in it's right there, like you being able to say, no, this was different, to call 911 because you knew what was different, because you know, you paid attention to every little fucking detail. Like one time her arms was starting to straighten out this way. You know what I mean? One time she got up and like lost her mind and was walking around the house, like trying to fight me to go outside and stuff. You know what I mean? Like just not herself, not being her. Like, I mean, it was just these side effects were just getting wild and fucking crazy. And it was just like every new one, I was like, I got to record this and show her doctor. And I just stayed calm and I recorded it and I sent her doctor the video. And that's, I mean, ultimately we was going to end up in Danville, but this 2-hour seizure put her there earlier. I mean, we had a July 2nd appointment because that's when they can get her in down there from November, which is, I think, bullshit. But, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, I was forever, every seizure, you know, I'm sitting there calling, could we move up the Danville appointment? You know, I mean, I was constantly on them. But when she had this bigger seizure, it was like, yeah, she's getting like flight into Danville. We're not equipped here to try to solve this.
See,
and
God works in mysterious ways. He'll answer those questions for you and
Yep.
do it, may not in the best of way, but he definitely
Got there
will.
sooner.
well, what's weird about like how they found this medication to put her on is like the morning after they took her off sedation, because they had her breathing tube on propofol, the shit that killed Michael Jackson. Like they had her on some serious sedation drugs, like 100% sedated, wasn't moving, like in a medically induced coma, more or less. And they pulled it out of her at 3 o'clock in the morning and got her out of it. And we wasn't there, so she was like, frantic.
Freaked out.
But
Freaked out, yeah.
yeah, they wanted her to somewhat be
Seeing her
freaked
parents,
out because
busy
they had
around.
EEG shit on her head, and they wanted to be able to see what kind of seizure activity was going on with her. And she didn't have a body seizure, but she had a brain seizure, and it gave them a baseline of like when you do this EEG, there's like 50 different color of wires on your head, and it was like green 2 showed a regular line. And if you look in their medical books, green 2 is treated by this medication. And that's how they said, okay, this explains why the Keppra wasn't working, and this new drug, this newer medicine, is what she should be on. I mean, there's a lot happening in 2 days, but I mean, it was just, or 3 days, but it was something I'll never forget. Anyways, something that definitely made me stronger but softer inside, I guess.
And something to definitely take it in advisement, at least, Ken. Huge papers and studies and things coming out with microdosing and seizures.
Yes, and I've already talked to doctors about that. I was talking about that with the doctors like 6 months ago, and they're
I mean,
like,
I think that's really important.
yet, but if it ever gets to Pennsylvania, she's already a candidate for that.
Perfect. Okay.
Are you talking about the little wild things that grow?
No, mushrooms.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Well, psilocybin. The big thing.
Say what it is.
Yeah, the big thing about the psilocybin, though, literally in small doses, and you get it microdosed, and you get it to your brain, it gives your brain the opportunity to completely reprogram. So these issues that she's having can be internally shut off from the brain, just deciding not to let it do that.
Yeah,
which is completely weird, but it's absolutely studied and true. So again,
hell, I was
obviously
talk
with
with
doctors.
Ayahuasca retreat.
So,
well, that's like way too drastic, though.
Yeah, that's exactly, John, what you're saying. That's too drastic. That's like if you're like an addict and you want to go change your life and perspective and look differently on life, then you want to go do some shit like that, But
exactly.
Microdosing over time, I think with the seizures over time with it, it's kind of like what Vance was saying. Over time, you don't have to take it no more. It just
you don't. You take less and less. Actually,
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. What was it? Actually, there's a few guys I was watching that are now doing the microdosing coffees every morning, and it's giving you energies. And it's not just the hallucinogen mushrooms; it has all the other mushrooms in it as well. And I think what they're calling is like mud water or something like that. And it's literally I've been hearing great things about it. I've been wanting to try it.
Yeah.
It has a lot of advantages then with the brain, because my brother, he does the same thing. Like he works out, dude's yoked. He's never been into like doing drugs and all that shit, and he gets really bad cluster migraines, and like it drops him, man. Where like what he has to do is take his head and start banging it on the ground or something to kind of like calm it down. But he started microdosing, and that's like the only thing. Like he's taking ibuprofen, all that shit, nothing helps it. But he'll microdose, and that shit will it's helped him with it, like get rid of it. So it's got a lot of key factors, things that it helps out with, man.
Well, and that's why I say it's not like classic prescription drugs. It doesn't like fix the symptom. It retrains your body to avoid the symptom and how to work around it. And that's the hugest plus. your body has it. Your body knows how to avoid all that stuff and how to work around it and shut off the gates and filters to those things on its own.
Right.
But it won't do that without a mechanism to allow it to learn that. And that's what that is, just a mechanism that allows you to learn that process. And it's tiny. I mean, yeah, we used to do that for fun. We used to go trip balls and hang out for a weekend. That's not really the right path. That's not really what you should do with it.
Right.
It's a great tool.
The next day.
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah, because they're just sore from smiling, but perma grin going on.
Yeah,
But yeah, you gotta
smiling the whole time.
right. But it's a tool, man, and they're finding out that it works for literally everything from colon issues to inflammation to arthritis to breathing stuff. The CPD people are having great response from microdosing. It makes no sense, but it tells your body like tricks and ways to work around the issue, and it teaches it that. It's weird, right? But
Yeah.
all that stuff's in us. Just got to
Right.
find a way to turn it on, right?
It's kind of like how, like the body, we got a pain reliever in us. We have endorphins. But
absolutely, you have a ton of them.
Yeah, but you've actually got to get up and do shit. You got to be moving and motivated to get that working and do what it needs to function and help that pain.
Absolutely, yep.
If you're
That's
just
just
sitting
like a
there,
lot of
it's not going
Time
to do
is
it.
scary as fuck. I
That's
mean,
just
the
like a
first
lot
time
of
she had a
toxins in
seizure as an adult, she actually turned blue and passed out from not breathing. Like that was, that one still gets me. That look on her face when, you're sitting there deciding, holy shit, am I going to have to do CPR on my daughter? You know what I mean? And it's
What up,
just
Luke?
like, hold it together. Come on. You got to be there for her. You got to do it. What up, Luke? And it's just, it's too many emotions to explain. I mean, it's just, it gets you.
Freaking out, not knowing what to do, and then you're worried that's your kid and trying
Well,
to
that's
keep your
it. You
composure.
want to do the right thing. So you're sitting there saying, all right, I got to keep myself calm and I got to make sure I'm keeping her out as much danger as possible, keeping her on her side, so the blood from her tongue, because she just bit her tongue, don't fucking choke her. You know what I mean? Like trying to basically like squeeze her jaws a little bit so she opens her mouth and she's not chewing on her tongue. Like just, man, there's a million things that goes through your head that you got to try to do while keeping your shit. And it's just,
Yeah, for sure.
One of these colors has got to show the fuck up.
I'm gonna be right back, gentlemen. Restroom.
All right.
But I was gonna say, like, not just the mushrooms too, but the RSO, what was it, the Rick Sampson oil?
Yeah.
RSOs,
That was based
and it
around
was-
with seizures, That's what that was all made for. The guy that,
for a while, but we just couldn't afford to keep doing it,
Hey,
right.
hey, Ken, I did tell you that I got you the RSO coming, right?
No.
For your daughter.
Sweet.
Yeah. I sent you I don't know if you've seen it.
I
I'll
must have
talk.
missed it, but wow, thanks, dude. Like,
Yeah.
awesome.
It's not from me, but it's.
Right.
I'll send you a message.
All right. That's thank you. I mean,
Yeah, no problem.
Come on.
My camera clear?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're clear.
You're clear.
What up, Josh? How you doing, buddy?
Got a new setup.
Got some new lights going on, Josh?
Look good.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. It's actually like a cloud.
That's badass.
That's cool. That's cool.
It looks like fire going.
So, and
It's
then
like
you can actually do it like where it changes when you talk. It changes colors, picks up music, stuff like that.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Dude.
That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, it is.
Neat.
Hell yeah.
Talking about the shrooms, there's the light for it, guys.
There it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's voice activated. It'll change with your voice. Oh wow, I could have some fun with that.
Oh yeah, I'd be sitting there all day.
Yeah.
Laying
When we
back
first
on the
joined-
floor, arms crossed, feet crossed, looking up.
Yeah.
We
What
took
the
the
hell?
LED tape and kind of made it like, ran it around like lightning bolts would go through, and then took the pillow stuffing bags and hot glued it to the ceiling over the top of the thing like a big
They look
cloud.
like clouds.
Come
Yeah,
on.
it does. It looks like
it
lightning
looks like
going through
lightning's
clouds.
going off when the music's playing. It's pretty cool.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and I got me a desk, new laptop, and camera.
Come on.
Hell
See,
yeah.
there you
That's
go.
a good camera, good quality and shit. You look good. You can see it.
Oh, it's high def. So
Come on.
it should be.
Only
see that,
thing is,
guys?
if you're going to show off snakes, you need a brighter
Yeah.
light. So maybe bring in a light, another just like maybe, I don't know, ring light
I
or
got- I
something
got-
to have behind it for when you go show
I
off
got a
snakes.
ring light, but whenever I was on the other day and I put the ring light up over here next to me, like the camera's so sharp that the light was too bright.
Yeah, right.
Put it behind the camera. Put it behind
Yeah,
the
it was
camera.
Behind the camera.
Yep.
Yep.
That's how I have to
It
do
does
mine.
make it
It'll
look
do
good.
the same thing. So I have to have my light behind the camera, pulling like the light from a distance
Right.
to
And
light
it
you.
has like autofocus, I guess. So like sometimes it'll like blur out and you gotta like block it for a second and then move it and let it like rezone in onto you.
Come on. Come
What
on.
up, bro? How Ro doing?
Bro,
Bro, how do you-
Mr. Puppy
there's
Sheep.
my short shorts. Who wears short shorts?
Hey, I wear them
Ro
kind of
wears
short too.
short
I mean,
shorts.
like, they're not that short. Well, you can't see. Fucking, I got to turn the green screen off. But I kind of wear those kind of shorts. They're just a little longer.
I mean, I guess I could turn the room on.
I do too when I walk around the house in my boxer briefs.
Hey, they're like a little bit above the knee.
Come
Got
on.
any better? Turn the actual light on in the room.
I rock with you, Ro.
No, makes it look dingy.
It looks good either way. Yeah, let's say it looks good either way. You can see
Yeah, the
your
camera's good.
Did he send me that, Stan? I'm still wondering if Stan sent me that or not.
I know it was showing some legs. I'll just simmer down out there. It was just a little leg, nothing to get excited about.
Right.
Woo!
I figured this way I could use my phone, set it up on the ring light. If I want to show snakes, I could actually open two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Two channels and have one set up on the light box with the phone and just kind of click back and forth between them.
Sometimes you might get backseating though.
Go like this and try and figure out where the fucking snake is on the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gets difficult. Right on, Rogue.
I didn't get
That's
that.
awesome, man. Rogue got his fiance a new Jeep.
Jeep.
Hell yeah! Like a SUV type or like an actual Wrangler, like a Liberty, a Renegade,
Right.
or like an actual Jeep.
Yeah, again.
Rose in the military. He better gotten an actual Jeep now.
You think he would have got a Hummer?
Yeah, huh?
You hope so, right?
I got no SUV now.
And I know you're getting a damn discount at that Jeep place, so
Hell yeah, use that military discount.
that's
Come
right.
on.
No excuses.
Josh, we got to get together and talk about like just where I'm sending that female, that HRAG
Right.
straight lipo. It's going to Val's house, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'll be looking to send that out probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'd say.
10-4.
She's starting to bull wrap and stuff, so I don't want, to miss this year. I want to get it down there while she's still building.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, she just started, so it's not like she's been bull wrapping for 2 months. You know what I mean? She just
Right.
started kind of
Yeah.
laying uncomfortably. So I think she's definitely building.
What's up, Marcus, Tiffany? Hope all is well.
What up? How you guys doing?
You got any pairings going right now, Josh?
Oh yeah, lots of
bro?
them. I got
Lots, huh?
18.
Hell yeah, nice.
I just got my first clutch 3 days ago, I think.
Sweet.
I got a couple that are ovulating now. I've got a bunch of them that are coming right behind it. So, I mean, I'm hoping for at least, 12 out of 20, 14 out of 20, something like that.
Right.
Right.
I got a lot of first time girls this year. You know what I mean? One first time girl is the one that laid already, so she went at least. So I'm not expecting glory, obviously, but I am doing a lot of first time pairings with hets that I've produced. So
Oh yeah.
That's the
it's
thing. Those first time girls are the fun ones because that's all the stuff you're wanting. Like, let's
yeah,
go
that's what
with
I've
this.
been
You know
waiting
what I
on.
mean?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping I'm hoping a lot of the first time girls go, but I mean I'm doing a bunch of misfit stuff this year too, trying to
Fuck yeah.
boost that project and figure it out. Like I got a couple calico pairings going with it. I got it
Nice.
paired to a Mystic Bongo Cinnamon. I just had the Blackhead Het Pied lay paired to the Super Misfit Double Het.
Yeah, get that thing to everything. So you know what
Just
I
trying to
mean.
figure it out.
See what
I'm
it reacts well with.
running pairings back to its sibling again too. So trying to shoot for some more supers, possibly super clown pieds or regular clown pieds. I mean, like the double hets are there in the brother and sister. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm excited to watch that.
Doing a bunch of
Watch that unfold. I'm
doing like
excited.
4 or 5 RK freeway pairings too. I'm pairing him to a super gravel
Arcade's
girl,
nice too. I
pairing
love
him
that.
to a pairing him to a Leo Spectre girl, pairing him to an OD Yellow Belly girl, pairing him to an Ivory that's possibly Black Pastel and GHI. And I'm pairing him to a Yellow Belly Calico girl. So should have
Nice.
some cool freeway, parkway, road
Parkway's one of
rage. I mean, I should have some different stuff with arcade stuff versus standard asphalt this year, just to try and figure that out too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
So
ask, Josh. I mean, I hear the
we'll see.
arcade, but like, how do you spot the difference in the two? Like, can you tell? Like, is it drastic? Is
Arcade
it
darker is what I
Oh
know, but
yeah.
Josh knows a
Oh,
lot more than
oh,
I would.
hands down. The color tones are different. I mean, the
okay?
arcade's way darker. Plus, when you're playing with alleles, you get almost like a super reaction out of it versus like your normal highway. You know what I mean? A RK freeway looks like a super asphalt. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you set a
Nice.
super
Okay.
asphalt next to an RK freeway, and they look almost exact. You know, but
It darkens them.
it
Yeah.
darkens it. It changes all the color palettes to like a copper and gold tones too. You know what I mean? You don't get that real crisp, sharp yellow with like the black outline type stuff like you would normally get in your freeway and parkway and combos and stuff like that. It kind of changes the whole color palette
Get more like
altogether.
the granite colors more.
Yeah, it's very, very granity, I guess you would say, kind of asphalt, but it does really cool reactions versus your standard asphalt. And side by side, color pattern, everything's kind of different between single gene and single gene.
The
It definitely
highways I
seems
made are really granity, and they're purple. They don't have the black on it. They have the purple, but there's not now stone besides hats. They're
right.
just yellow belly gravel hat, but they're granity and it's nice looking.
Come on.
So, have you done RK to standard?
I haven't, no. The
I'm
super
curious, like,
gravel will
if you
be
get a
regular
super
gravel.
looking animal or something totally different looking. You know what I mean?
I mean, it would have a different reaction. I don't know many people, I'm kind of like a purist when it comes to it, so to speak. Like the only asphalt I'm gonna mess with is RK asphalt, so that way I know everything's RK asphalt. Because when you
I
start
got rid of my
crossing
asphalt
other
just because.
asphalts into it, and you're getting kind of similar reactions, and it's kind of like melding together. It's hard to tell what's
Right.
going to come what
Right.
because they still
Gotcha.
technically are on the same genome. It's kind of like Barnhart versus Black Pastel. You know, they're both
Yeah, just
on that black pastel genome, but totally different in
Totally
appearance.
different.
yep.
Yep.
And that's
So-
what's funny. Like if you do a Barnhart with a standard, you still get panda pieds. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They
Right,
look
right,
like
right.
any other panda pied. I was just curious
Exactly.
if like you got some wild reaction with the other asphalt, or if it's just like super asphalt. You know what I mean?
Well, the freeway is like super asphalt. The super
Right.
arcade,
That's what I mean. It's
the super
strange.
arcades are just even more drastically reduced, so you have more large dark field and less pattern. You know what I mean? Whereas with the freeway versus the arcade freeway, the arcade leaves all your side pattern. You know what I mean? Whereas a normal
Okay.
freeway blasts all that shit out into that granny pixelation, and you pretty much just get that dorsal striping with that hard black outline. Where the arcade leaves the side pattern all squiggly and does more of a vertical banded back and forth pattern, almost spider-esque down the back versus
Kind
that
of like
straight broken line.
a zebra
Gotcha.
too. Striping
Yeah,
back
it definitely does like a more banded look. You know what I
look to it.
mean?
I like that because it's not pulling it all the way up to the dorsal. It's giving that side pattern, which is
You don't really get a lot of that blasted pixelation stuff that you would normally get in most of your highway, freeway, super stripe, whatever combos you're kind of Lelik running in that yellow belly complex. Kind of blast everything off the sides and gives you that real gritty brownish orange speckled look. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So this kind of doesn't do that at all, which is what I like about it.
Yeah, that's cool as hell. I just hadn't seen enough of it, or enough different combos of it to know the visual difference. So,
and then I've got OD Asphalt Clown Girl that's almost ready. That's going to pair into it, and she's standard asphalt. So we'll see how that goes. You know what I mean? That'll be my first ever out crossing because I couldn't find an RK Asphalt Clown. So
gotcha.
I got a standard asphalt OD girl clown that's like 900 grams now. So next season I'll start pushing that, see if I can get some RK asphalt head clown stuff. It's going to be one of them weird ones too, but now they have an RK test versus standard asphalt test, so I can actually send in stuff and be like, "Oh, is that RK?" You know what I mean? And they can tell me, which is nice.
Nice. Who's got the RK test?
RGI.
Yeah.
Okay.
RGI.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
They're the ones that proved it to not be asphalt.
Okay. That's
So-
badass.
That's dope. Thank
And
goodness.
I
for
say that
that.
comes from breeding super asphalt to super asphalt, and you get this anomaly that comes up a little different. I think that's what the Barnhart Black Pastel is. You bred super to super, and you got animals that are slightly
I
different.
love Barnhart. I'm Barnhart all day.
Yeah.
I really prefer
You know,
that.
Yeah.
You know what I meant?
That's the thing.
Well,
I've been trying to find some black pastel, but I want to get the Barnhart in with it.
Anthony
We'll have some Barnhart
imported
coming.
super asphalt from Europe when he first got it. It was supposed to be just a super asphalt. He had it imported from Europe, some kind of different line, and it ended up being an actual freeway, not a super asphalt. When he got it, when he bred it out, he started getting yellow belly and asphalt stuff. You know what I mean? And he realized
so it was an RK already.
The super asphalt that he was sold was actually just an extreme freeway. You know what I mean? And then he bred it out over time, and then he ditched the project because everybody it was asphalt. It's just asphalt. You know what I mean? And then 3 years after he ditched the project, he only has one. The person that found the gene and created it and proved it only has one RK animal in his collection. You know what I mean? He sold it all. I bought 11 from him when he said he was getting out of it. I bought 11 from him. You know what I mean? I was like, I think it's something. You know what I mean? Give me a good wholesale deal. And he did. And then now they proved it all out, and he's trying to take the one he's got and start all over again. So
You're ahead of him.
You got granity on the side.
yeah.
Yep.
That's wicked.
And the only thing that it came from an ivory to a gravel, but it's double het ultramel clown. Like, why ain't that side picking up? There
Yeah,
you
but
go.
you never know when you're breeding an ivory.
I think it was just an ivory.
Just an ivory, nothing else.
I mean, look how wide that line is.
You can see the
Then you
head
got a little bit of
in there.
paradoxing
Sure.
on the tail and
So you
by the
going in
neck
shed?
and head.
No, that's a paradox in there.
Yeah,
Look at that.
paradoxing.
Mm-hmm.
Almost makes him look like he's in shed, but he's not.
She's cool.
Tail
Nice.
has it too, right?
Yeah,
the
the tail has a
paradox.
little bit. Spot by the neck and then on the head a little bit.
That's
Yep.
pretty cool.
It's nice.
And she's a female and she just keeps eating.
Nice.
So
Well, not to dip early, gentlemen, but I'm getting all the construction noises behind me. Paint buckets and brushes, and I think it's my turn to start painting some trim.
Oh yeah.
go.
It's
Right
the
on.
subtle hint of the spoon clanking in the kitchen.
Right.
When I start hearing loud
Oh, yeah.
stuff, I think it's time that I call it good.
Thanks for popping on,
Later,
John.
John.
Hey, brother.
For sure. Good to see
Thanks,
all you guys.
You too.
Thank
Take it
you.
Just DM, guys. Let me know what I can do to help out. We'll be in touch, though. Everybody in the audience, good to see y'all. I'm going to be out. Got some shit to paint.
Get
Later.
that painting
Peace.
done.
Later, John.
That's pretty nice, Ken.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like the paradoxing on it. It's pretty
Yeah.
dope.
Too bad
I couldn't
Paradox
get rid of
wasn't
this one.
Figure out how to download them green screens like y'all got.
It's on StreamYard.
Oh,
You
it's
should
on
be able to
StreamYard.
turn the green screen on, but then you got to you can take a green sheet. You can really go to Walmart and just buy a fucking green sheet and hang it up on the wall behind you, and you're fine.
No.
Don't
Just
go
go
spend
to
all that
settings.
money on a green screen and
I
all
ain't
that
gonna
shit.
spend a green screen. I figured they probably had something by now with technology where you didn't have to have the damn thing. You just
I
did
know,
it with your
right?
screen.
Right.
You just want a picture put back there. You could just put a picture back there. Go to virtual background and download a picture, and it'll put
Yep.
you right in front of the picture.
Yep.
Put it
You don't
back
even
there.
have to have a green screen.
Heck yeah.
You'll figure it out. It's easy. Just mess around with StreamYard. It's all on StreamYard.
Right.
I was trying to mess with it the other day a little bit, but no luck. Of course, I'll probably have to put some more time into it, though. I'm sure too. I didn't spend but a few minutes with it, so.
So how's y'all season going? What y'all rocking with this year?
I'm still waiting on eggs. I got about 8 pairings, maybe 9. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
Same. I've got probably. I know definitely here in the next few weeks I should have one clutch dropping, and then probably a few more after it. And then I got me and Stan just paired 10, so coming up
Right.
here soon, hopefully we'll get more eggs dropping. So, and actually the one that's about to drop, I really didn't anticipate. I paired it once and was like, oh, I might get rid of it in the auction. And I went to go check her, and I'm like, oh, you're fucking pregnant. You're about to drop. And she went blue light on me and everything. So I was like, I really wasn't anticipating on you, but it happened. Here we go. Let's do it.
Yeah, it does. It's like
Yeah.
it's like buying them breeder females everybody sells real fast after they lay eggs in the season. Pick
Yeah.
that bitch up, and then like 4 or 5 months later it wants to lay like 3 or 4 more eggs. I've had 2 different times shit double clutched on me. I bought a breeder female after season and just been feeding it for a few months, and all of a sudden the bitch has got eggs. You know what I mean? Like,
That's funny. My last clutch was actually quite some time ago, and that same girl now is looking like she's pregnant again. And I'm like, well, you've only
Yeah.
had that one pairing, and
they'll
she's in
double
the.
clutch sometimes. Like, you'll literally have a clutch, and then it'll be like 4 or 5 months later, that bitch will be grabbing his shit again. Like, bam, bam.
So I wonder if that's about the same amount of time since that. When do you think I had that clutch, Ken? That OD clutch, and that
That's
GH
last
OD
summer.
GHX.
Right.
That's
But
like
she's
last
looking. I went in there. What was it yesterday? And I was like, "Man, you're all on your side and freaking blue eyed up and free." And I'm like, "Man, you're looking like you might be going for me again."
Yeah.
Damn.
It'll happen. They'll retain that sperm,
Yep.
and it's done.
And I know when I paired her a bunch when I did pair her. So that's what's making me even double guess it too. Is like I know she got quite few locks on her ass from that guy. He don't
Right.
play either. You put him in there, he'll lock to a garden hose, like they said. You know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'll be a little
Got
bit
some,
before me. I still got to do some pairings myself.
I got some blackhead hypo shit coming. I got 3 or 4 pairings with the super blackhead hypo.
Come on.
Nice.
Clown shit, blackhead clown shit, super blackhead clown shit, ultramel blackhead clown shit.
Come on.
I got shit coming. Triple hits, double hits.
Nice.
My
Yeah,
most
hopefully.
anticipated one is my banana inchy clown clutch. I'm trying. I did a banana clown to an inchy clown. So I'm trying to make some banana inchy clowns.
Hell yeah, they're pretty.
And I'm gonna hold that back, and I'll put that to my high OD Cypress clown, and then I'll make some banana inchy OD Cypress clowns. More or less.
Right.
Hopefully, I'll hit some rainbows this year. Get that pairing going soon. Still, I got to get the female up to size. Though. I'm still working on her, so hopefully get some rainbow, hypo, Huffman, inchy pastels out of that. And then hopefully I'll hit the hypopide clown this year. Be het for ultramel. What else? I got a red stripe. I'm gonna be getting going. She's actually ready. My male. I'm trying to get to size. He's almost ready. My scrambler, Orange Dream Hypo Boy.
Come on.
And then I got my super pastel, super vanilla, possible GHI, and she's either yellow belly or asphalt. So,
Heck yeah.
That's the vanilla ones that you got from Morph that I got
Mhm.
one the year before. Actually, I got a clutch. When I talked to them, you got the clutch from the same pairings, but the year after I did the year before, some shit like that.
Yep.
Oh, fucking Justin with Morph, man, shout him out. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I got 2 males that I wish would fucking tighten up, to be honest. I got a
Come
couple
on.
males I want a pair really, really bad that are little.
That's kind of like some of the females I have. It's like I could have maybe done it, but I'm like, no, I'm not gonna push it. I'm just gonna wait. You know.
Yeah. I got one that's like, I don't know, 350, 400 grams. Another one that's like probably 450, 500 grams that are like nice project males. So I'm like, bitch, hurry up. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I even popped them the other day. I was like, well, if they got sperm, I'm going to try it. No,
Right,
no,
right.
no, no, damn it.
Nothing.
I was like, damn it.
That's exactly what I do. I'll go in there and pop it. Hey, you squirt that shit on my thumb, you going in there, homie.
450, 500 grams. If you can show me some plugs, bud, let's see what you got. You know
Let's
what I
see
mean?
what you got.
In fact, that's what I wanted to do with my male. I got to go weigh him, and I was sitting there thinking I want to sit there and pop him and try to get some of those plugs out, see what it looks like. Like, oh, if you're ready to go, you're ready to go. Because I had a male that was like 420 grams. I put with a female. She was like 400 grams, but he was like 420, and I put him in there, and they locked up. Had a clutch. She had 8 eggs, 7 were good, 1 was a slug.
See?
June 14th, 2024 is when you cut that clutch. I found the video or a clip
June?
on Instagram
Nice.
of the one that pipped out.
Okay.
Hey, Josh, I sent somebody your way about the yogurt about a week ago
Oh, yeah.
or a few days back.
That's like 9 months. 8
want-
to 9 months.
After you show that snake off, you want to explain the yogurt thing?
Sure. So this is a super stripe disco Harlequin clown.
So
Nice.
that's Yellow Belly Spectre.
Yellow Belly Spectre, Harlequin disco.
I've been checking that Harlequin out. I want to get into that.
Wicked.
So he's one that I'm super excited about. And he's fucking 500 grams. He needs to tighten up. He ain't got
Nice.
no plugs, but he's a good boy.
And I've come to like disco over time too.
Almost look
I got
wow.
disco here, and I'm starting to like
This is a clown.
Disco's nice.
Oh, all
This
right.
is a super stripe disco Harlequin clown.
Okay.
That's sweet.
Disco's pretty dope.
Yeah,
do
I like it. I got blackhead disco yellow belly and blackhead disco leopard clowns too.
Nice.
Come
Oh, yeah.
on.
That's dope.
This is that bamboo leopard disco I got. And that thing freaking amazes me every time I open. Like
The only
that's
kind of disco I like.
crazy. It blows my mind, the color palette and everything with it every time I look at it.
Yeah, disco's pretty cool, man. I like it.
And this is the other boy I need to get ready.
Is that a hidden Gene Wuma clown combo?
I figured it out. No, this is a ODYB Inchy Fire Champagne Clown.
Champagne's doing that. Okay.
Nice.
I knew it was something in that complex doing that. Wuma, hidden Gene Wuma, champagne. I like champagne clowns.
Like the oranges and purples in this dude are fucking nuts.
You can see the purple on his head right there.
Like all the pattern too. Like all the pattern that's left is all purple outlined.
Oh, that's
Nice.
wicked.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's cool, man. I can't wait to. I'm gonna do some allelic blackhead and some red stripe champagne clowns
Hell yeah.
that are gonna be dope.
Nice.
So,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, I can't wait till some of my females get grown up too, man. I got some really nice plans I got going. Can't wait to get my lace female up to size.
right.
What's up with the plain yogurt?
When you have a snake that they're not eating and having problems with, you give them like roughly. Josh will explain it more, but it's like
5 cc's for for anything like subadult and
Big.
younger, say 300 grams or less, and then after that 10 cc's of just plain white yogurt. You know what I mean? It's a
And you
good
don't-
Bacteria in their
probiotic.
stomach.
It puts gut flora in there. It gets them on the right track. If they have any kind of like fatty buildup or anything in there, it'll clean them out. You know what I mean?
And so you just put it in a syringe with no water, just yogurt.
Just straight yogurt. Just let it sit out till it's room temperature. You know what I mean? Kind of stir it up with a spoon and suck it up. And I use a puppy syringe. It's like for giving them worm medicine or whatever. You get them at Tractor
Right.
Supply, and just open its mouth and stick it in there and squirt it on down its throat. And it's good for babies that have problems eating too, like a good sustenance to get them going. I've actually used it like on babies that I've had to cut the yolk sac from it being dry, or they were umbilical bound and you had to cut it and tie it. You know, I've given them first couple shots of yogurt straight out of the egg before shedding. You know what I mean? Just to sustain them because they didn't get that yolk. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
So it's a good trick.
And it's a probiotic. So it makes
That's
I do
plain
it
white.
twice a year to my whole collection. I mean, I go buy two of the little quart things of fucking natural
yogurt.
Plain white
organic
yogurt.
yogurt, and just everybody gets it.
That makes sense because, like I said, it's a probiotic. It's an enzyme killer. I mean, it's
I don't hit walls on weight gain. You know what I mean? They push right along.
it makes sense.
Something OG taught me like 10 or 15 years ago, bro, before Da Vinci existed. You know what I mean? Like this is they give it to you to help with your digestive tract. You know what I mean? It's all natural.
Yeah, right.
It's you can give it to them and it helps. So
That's what I was gonna say.
Also,
It's
I'm a
the
firm
Da Vinci
believer. I'm a
Code.
firm believer in it, like helping their skin and like how shiny and like
Kind of
pretty
enhances
their
the
colors
skin.
are. You know what I
That's
mean?
clean. Look at that snake. That thing's clean too. Is that leopard?
Spot nose red
Here.
stripe.
Let
Red
me put
stripe.
you on solo layup.
Yeah, spot nose red stripe clown.
Nice.
Fucking spot nose.
That's pretty
Spot
cool.
nose and clown are mint together.
Yep.
So it's a good combo.
It is. Look at that. I like it.
I like it a lot.
I was trying for some Pompeys last year and I got some byproduct. I didn't hit no Pompeys.
Hey, everybody trying for the Pompeys.
Yeah.
I got
Like a gold.
really fucking
You know what I
close.
mean?
I got really close.
Did you? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I missed black pastel. So this one is yellow belly, red stripe, spot nose, fire.
Damn. Hell yeah.
So this is a Pompeii minus black pastel
Plus fire.
plus fire. Yeah.
Let's fire. Yep.
That's
I'm
nice.
surprised fire didn't reduce that any. That's nice.
It kind of
Fire.
did. It stretched it all out here. It changed the whole color palette of the alien heads, to be honest.
I'd say the color palette looked a little different.
Yeah, it did. It changed. But you still got all that grainy red,
I like the
yellow
green
red
red.
stripe reaction. You know what I mean?
It's nice.
Yeah, that's still a sick.
Oh, green red.
Clean as hell. I would have held that one back too.
Hell
He's
yeah.
he's actually posted on Morph Market, but nobody's hit me up about him. So
That's
Damn.
pretty.
he'll probably end up a whole back.
I might have that one saved actually, Josh. I don't know. I seen you on there.
He's got a good price on him. He's cheaper than any other one on there.
Yeah, I was checking it out. You had a snake on there. I was looking at. I was like, man. I think the only thing that might have pushed me away though was just because right now I'm looking for females though too.
Yeah, but the males are where it's at. You can use him quicker.
Yeah.
He's a plug and player. You know what I mean? 6 months. 6 months, he's ready to go, and you're not waiting 2.5 years to push your projects.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
But this is some granite.
Especially if you got some
Funky
power
granite.
you could
Leopard
run.
granite.
No leopard. Just the funky granite.
Wow, that's a funky
Yeah,
granite.
this is the Canova red stripe. There's a granite gene that's tied into it. So this is separated out of it. This is just the granite from the red stripe that Canova got.
Nice.
See, I have an acid black pastel granite, and I love the granite in it. Like,
I love how it pushes just blast all the alien heads into fucking all the keyholes and just smushes them all down to the bottom. Gives you this whole like monsoony type look.
Yeah.
Towards the tail. I think it's pretty cool. I'll try and separate it fully and see what it is, because there's so many damn granite genes floating around.
Right.
Right.
I'm working with smoke.
Smoke's pretty nice too.
kid said, I got that smoke.
I'm telling you, I just think it.
You got
What
that
it
smoke
does,
that
and
acid.
what I'm seeing it do, it's going to draw some attention. Like it's gonna be nice. I've been looking into it like ever since I got it, and it's gonna be nice.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it ain't nothing super special, but it's cool.
That's
That's
definitely
dark.
got a blackhead in it.
Nope. This is just chocolate. This is a single gene chocolate.
Just
Oh,
a single
shit.
ingredient chocolate? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Damn! Look how
That's
dark it
crazy.
is.
That's a good line of chocolate. That's a
It's
good
that Garcia. It's that Garcia chocolate. He's 100% head clown too, but
Sweet.
it's that Garcia line of chocolate that's out there.
That's clean.
Definitely different. It does a lot of banding and shit.
I know they said chocolate and Wookiee was close, but that looks a lot Wookiee-ish too.
Yeah. I think it almost looks GHI-ish, man. Every time I look at it, I'm
I
like,
was going to say GHI when you put
like, there's got to be. But there's
Yeah.
not. I mean, it wasn't in the pairing. It came from the originator of the gene, so it's not like anything crazy.
But it's
Damn,
nice.
that's wild.
You don't need crazy if you got nice.
Yep.
Quality is a thing. I try to tell people, you purchase your animals, make sure you buy quality.
And like I just got a shed from that OD Ultramale Het Clown girl. And like if it comes back nothing, I'm still happy because that just means I got nice quality genes in it.
This is one I just got from Vinny.
Nice.
It's a G-stripe 100% het monarch.
G-stripe. Damn.
You know. And then I got 2 double het G-stripe monarch females from Vinny too to go with it.
Nice.
I'd say you got the het monarch females that go there, or come on.
Yeah, I got 2 double het G-stripe monarchs and then G-stripe het monarch.
Come on.
And I have a fire het monarch too. So just kind of getting into messing around with the monarch stuff. So
Let me see some of those het monarchs. Can I see them? Just because I have 2 furrow Posset monarchs, and I just want to see if they
If you
got
could
all
pick
that
up a gene
coloration.
pattern, pick up something.
You can definitely tell the het in it.
Is it more colored? Is it orange? Can you really see the
No,
orange?
it's kind of. I don't know if you can see, but it's definitely like raspberry red.
Yep.
And then look how polished it is. Let me see if I can get her to stretch out. Like look how polished everything
See,
is.
it does. See, that's what I'm talking about. That orange on the belly where it's going up. Mine are really orange right there.
And you see all that like raspberry dark red.
Yep.
I mean the whole dorsal. It's not black. It's actually like a real dark raspberry colored red that kind
You're
of
thinking
shines.
that's the het monarch stuff coming
Right.
through.
Yeah, everything
I hit on
everything is so polished and clean from it too.
I sure hope I hit on those. That'd be nice.
Justin,
Hit the
you might have
monarch.
those snakes kind of have that blushing.
Yeah, it looks just like that on the bottom of the belly coming up.
Yep.
All that color right there, that orange copper tone color coming up.
Mhm. Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference. I mean, like it's definitely got a color variance from your everyday normal. It's almost
Yeah.
got like a glow to it.
Come on.
That's clean.
I like Monarch though. I'm
Yeah,
definitely a Monarch
me
fan.
too.
Oh, my ears are bleeding.
I know you like that old smell.
I got Ultramel too.
None of that
Me
crap
too.
art.
Because that's where I set it so I don't lose it.
I
No.
put Kaiju. Kaiju always says ultra smell.
Well, I tell you what, like, since they said that they found 2 lines of Ultramel, I definitely see difference in the 2 visuals that I got, because one is like lighter and this other one is just like put your sunglasses on, you can't even look at the thing, it blinds you,
Yeah.
so it's either
One's-
got something else to it or it's just
One's
better.
pink and purple, and one's orange and yellow.
One's orange and yellow.
Yeah, one's more pink and purple, and one's more orange and yellow. You know what I mean? But
Oh, shit.
Some DG.
Yeah, for sure. Desert Ghost.
pastel DG cryptic.
See,
Nice.
pastel and DG belong together. It just does. Look at that.
No, I agree with you.
People hate on pastel, but look at that.
I was looking at a DG and I want pastel in it. Like, that goes hard together, man. It's nice.
This boy's fixing to start breeding too. He's there.
Nice.
I mean, it's not bad if you just got one thing of pastel in it with a bunch of other shit. It's really not gonna matter too much. You just don't want no fucking supers, you know.
I'm gonna make some Kryptons with actually this guy's brother. I'm gonna use his brother because he has OD. I'll show you him.
Kind of
Hell
looks puzzle-ish a little bit, too.
Yeah, Cryptic and Puzzle are very similar.
I just picked up some puzzles. Come on. I got a hypo puzzle girl and a GHI hypo het puzzle male. Well, they're both het puzzles. My bad. Hypo het puzzle girl and a GHI hypo het
This
puzzle.
guy fucking
Oh, yeah.
fights you the whole way, but there's the ODDG Cryptic.
Nice.
But
No pastel.
That's just OD.
Just ODDG Cryptic. Got some cool fucking
Look at
hooks
all that.
shit going on.
Hooking.
All that
Syria.
Woo, effer.
Woo. You don't like that
Yeah.
good thing going on.
He don't like being fucked with too much, to be honest, but he stays stiff the whole time. He's a defensive male, but he locked the first time I put him in with the girl, so that's all.
that's a
that
good
matters.
thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So he's pairing to a clown. He's pairing to a clown female, so I should have some OD Krypton het DG stuff.
Let's go.
Nice.
Josh got some heat over there, homie.
Yep. Josh has got some nice shit going on.
Sheds. I need fucking shed. Come here, buddy.
Look how bright that girl is.
Yeah. That's that Ultramel girl.
That's
Yeah.
definitely the more purple line, Ken. To me,
Yeah.
that would be the more purple line than the yellow.
BHB.
Like
I
it's
think
just,
Ultramel A is the orange one. Ultramel B is the pinky purpley one.
Yeah, that's
and
definitely
in
the
their
purple.
head, it glows orange. And then let me see if I could show them. Where's that?
Of course, I don't know. Now you put it closer, it looks more orange. That's wicked.
Yeah, it's bright, dude. I'm just telling you, this thing is bright, and it has orange blushings throughout. Like right before my finger, in between those alien heads, right here, there's some orange blushing. Up by her head, it's everywhere. That right here in the middle, there's orange blushing coming up through the purple. There's just like there's some coming up, and it kind of reminds me of the orange blushing you see in orange hypo.
So my question is what happens when you mix the lines? Do some babies gonna have the A line and some babies are gonna have the B line, or
Yeah, they're compatible. It's just a color. It's just a color variance.
just a color variance? Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
they're compatible.
That thing's cool. Sammy's back.
What's up, Sammy?
What up? You
There's
guys
a
been out for a
back.
long time. I said, fuck it. I'm in my rat, bringing the rats back. Like I'm waiting for some people to come and buy some
That
rats.
looks leopard, or is that spot nose too? That's leopard.
This is blackhead disco leopard
That's
clown.
leopard. Thought it was. Come on.
You said blackhead disco leopard.
Clown.
That's
Yeah.
come on.
That's
That
nice,
disco,
Josh. Nice.
homie. I like it.
So I'm actually pairing her brother this year, and he's a blackhead disco yellow belly. I'm pairing him to the Firefly red stripe het clown girl. I'm trying to get some blackhead disco infernos.
Some infernos. Come on.
Oh yeah.
I'm pairing her brother blackhead disco yellow belly to another blackhead clown girl.
Super blackhead.
Super blackhead clowns, yeah. Super blackhead disco yellow belly clowns. Hopefully.
I might get some super blackheads this year.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm also pairing the brother to I'm pairing two males to her, but I'm pairing the super blackhead hypo and the blackhead yellow belly disco clown to a black pastel hypo hurricane female.
Let's go.
I'll either have some visual blackhead hurricane black pastels or some het clown stuff. Either way is cool with me, so it'll be double het hypo clown stuff or visual hypo blackhead stuff with hurricane.
I got some Barnhart Hurricane Het clowns back there that are pretty fucking dope. I love them.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Barnhart, black pastel.
Hurricane. They're Barnhart Black Pastel Hurricane, which is the same shit. The Barnhart Black Pastel is just it's one gene, and then fucking Hurricane, Het Clown. And I think those were lace too, aren't they? Yeah, those were lace. Those were lace too.
Nice.
Here's puzzle.
Oh
Can't
yeah.
wait to work my lace project.
This is puzzle het hypo.
Oh yeah.
Justin needs.
I need some puzzle in my collection too.
He's a boy.
I want paint.
He's a boy. He's a puzzle Het hypo.
Puzzle het hypo male, yeah. He's 400 grams too, probably.
Sweet.
I'll
About
have to
ready.
work on a project down the road when my female's ready, Josh. I got the other equation to that.
Yeah. Let me know. I was just gonna pair him into some hypo codon combos and do some hits and
I got a hypo Het puzzle female. I
right.
just picked up. I came from Dale Constricted. All of it came from Dale. All my puzzle stuff came from Dale.
Hell yeah. This one came from Ida's life. Zach
Come on.
Sumter.
Hey Vance, I gotta jump off here, dude.
All right, Ken. Thanks for jumping on, brother.
Justin, always a pleasure.
And
Man, Sammy, I love you, brother. Cool shit, Josh. But I gotta go. See you
It's a
guys.
pretty cool shirt, Ken.
right?
Yeah, because you guys already know that I'm the Thunderdome champion, and I doubled it up with the Rep the Barty.
Come on.
I'm coming for the Thunderdome champion next year.
Not gonna get it.
Lights are already going off.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. You're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never get it.
Josh, what's that? What's that, Josh?
Just enjoy it while you can.
Yeah. Here's my song. Let the bodies hit the floor.
This is the Super
Here's
Misfit.
my song. Let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out?
That's got Mystic in it.
Misfit.
Oh, Misfit.
Misfit?
Oh, I like that Misfit.
Yeah.
Come on.
That Misfit's badass.
Yeah,
I
it's
need to-
doing some cool shit. Just wait.
I need to get that gene.
I don't know if we're gonna let any go this season. I'm ready, but Val saying he might want to wait one more. But I've got a visual
What a-
clown already. I'm fixing to have visual pies. They're in the incubator. I'm making more supers. I'm pairing it with other shit. You know what I mean? Like I can't keep it all. And I'm running a super, so like everything's gonna become a misfit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's not an if about it.
Yeah.
Come
It's
on.
going to be 100%.
So
That's badass. I
so-
like
Josh,
that.
what about the? Are you doing any? I heard you saying something about calicos.
yeah, I've got it paired to a black pastel calico. I've got this boy paired to a black pastel calico and a yellow belly calico.
Damn.
And he's double het clown pied.
Sweet.
Genetically tested double het clown pied.
Oh, yeah.
So
Well,
I
send them this way when
later off a black het pied from him. And I've got 4 or 5 more females paired into him this season, along with his sister. So
come on.
we'll see. Hopefully, I can get a super female because there's been 2 supers made and they're both males. So it'd be nice to have the option of running it the other way.
Ken's doing singing services now. If anybody is getting married and wants to hire for karaoke or anything like that,
Karaoke.
had to put that in there for John.
I'm gonna do the same thing, yo. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
going.
I'm gonna be shutting this down anyways. You there, Sammy?
Yeah, I hear you guys. I came home
okay.
to stop playing with rats.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down.
Oh shit, that's clean too. Hell yeah, Josh.
What's that, Josh?
That's RK Freeway with pastel.
That's nice.
Damn, that's clean.
You said arcade?
This is
Yeah.
RK Freeway. Yeah, pastel RK Freeway.
I need some of that. I like those speckles on the bottom too.
Yeah, it's clean.
That pattern and
Imagine
everything.
if you throw calico to that and
That'd be
scramble.
wild. Yeah.
Hey, Sammy,
Yeah,
you
Yeah.
have a RK asphalt pied.
yeah.
I know
What
somebody
are you
that
doing,
has.
Sammy? Put that thing in the calico.
I'm thinking about it.
I know a guy that has some scrambler. I'm just saying.
Right?
Let me know.
I know that guy too.
Heck yeah.
Sammy's like, you should put it to calico. He's the only person I've ever sold any RK to.
Come on.
That's tight.
She's
Yeah, I'm
getting big.
Yeah.
I'll send you
I'm
some
sure she's
pictures.
badass, bro. You should give me an updated picture.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I will. I'll send
That
it
was
to you
probably
later on today.
that was probably one of the dopest pies I ever produced, man. It was fucking insane, the coloring and shit and the pattern that was on it from that RK.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
It was badass.
Yeah,
Come on.
she's nice. She's nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
send you
have to
some
get a
pictures.
hold of you about some of that.
Like I said, I want to do a lot with calico and scrambler and then orange dream, super orange dream. I want to put all that into one.
Right.
Yep.
And like I got a lot of calicos growing up now, and I got a male calico. He's a clown, and he's orange green clown calico. I got him going to a snake this year. See if I can make some visual calico something with her. She's orange green fire DG spider head clown. So
Nice.
Put that clown to her and see if I make some clowns and maybe some calico with some DG in it. You know,
Yeah, had DGs.
have DGs, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, my scrambler boy will be ready soon. So,
Let me
but
know. I got
yeah,
some females. Send some females to you.
for sure. Hell yeah, you got it. Sounds good. Yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out in the chats. I will see you guys all next week. Don't forget, in 2 weeks we'll be doing the auction for Ken. Justin, I appreciate you coming on, brother, as always. Sammy, Josh, I
Yes.
appreciate you guys both coming on as well.
Not
You guys
on,
are
man.
always welcome.
Anytime, man. Anytime. I love being with you guys. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm at home with you guys.
Right, for sure.
Right?
All right, everyone. You guys all have a good weekend, and
All
I'll
right,
see
brother.
you all next week.
You as
All
well.
right,
Y'all have a good night.
Hey,
You too.
the famous saying, come on.